Yeah. Leave a 1 down in the building if you guys can hear and or see us. Now, usually I say that, and I'm a little bit more positive that they can hear and see us, but we had some audio issues last night.
Some technical difficulties.
We had some technical difficulties at the end of the stream, so guys, do let me know if you guys can hear us. I think that you guys can see us, but let me know how the audio is doing. Put a 1 down into the building if you guys can see us. We want to be able to get this conversation started, but we want to make sure that all of the audio issues are cleared up. Okay? Look who it is.
My guy.
My G.
What's good?
It's good to have you back, man.
Listen, it's good to be home. Honestly, I'm like the neighbor next door that you never wanted to come over, keep me out.
Listen, man, man. I always appreciate you having, coming down in here. I think that there's things that we still got to work on with you as a young blue-pilled brother. And at the same time, I'm worried about you. I care about you.
I'm not.
I'm worried about you.
I've been here for a while. I'm comfortable.
You've been there for a while. You're comfortable. But just like we talked about, just like we talked about before. You feel like you're trying to save us, but I feel like we're trying to save you
guys.
You know
with
what I'm saying?
Emotion, with empathy. Logic can't rule everything, my G.
Listen. We're gonna start off this conversation. Let me see if I got any ones down into the building. Oh, looks like we already got a super chat. Hold on, let me go.
What's good, Jordan? What's poppin', man?
Oh, we got love coming in here.
Hey, Daryl, yo, you first up, my G. I read your IG. I read your message or whatever. And you think I'm red pill, disguised.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to read his post while folks are still coming into the building. Shout out Uncle Chris, Patreon gang already coming down into the building. Shout out Dre. Oh, I can open that up for you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Hold on, let me. Shout out to Dre Williams. I see you, Daryl. All right, we're gonna read a component of what you sent to us there as folks are coming down into the building. As folks are coming in, as per usual. Hit on that like button.
Salute.
Do not forget. And then we're gonna read this on the strength of Daryl's super chat. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get straight into this discussion. Sam heard a component of last night's discussion that we did with Mo. Shout out to Mo, by the way. We did 6 hours out of nowhere. That wasn't the goal, but we ended up doing the 6 hours. Shout out to everybody that called in. Fantastic discussions. But we have to be able to double back because I have to get Blue Pill Sam's perspective, okay? Mm-hmm. Y'all see on the title. Y'all see on the thumbnail.
I feel my G. August Alsina. He's hurt, man. And a lot of us go through hurt and we go through pain. And he came from the bottom, right? And fell in love. So, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it.
We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it.
It might be a hoax. It might be all of a sham, a charade. To get album sales.
Well, I think it is. So we're gonna talk about both aspects.
Daryl did the super chat. I gotta give him his just due.
Shout out. Keep on hitting on the like button. Keep on filtering in. We got a fantastic show for you guys today. We're gonna get into it. We got the Blue Pill General in the building.
Listen, join my army. Blue Pill Nation, baby.
Shout out La Princess. Shout out Uncle Rez. Shout out Savon. Shout out Jordan.
Yeah.
Cookies, I see you. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Do it.
Everybody coming out into the building. The king is back.
Listen,
they referring to you.
I don't know about all that king stuff, man, because I love my queens. You know how it gets down, baby.
Oh, gross.
You know how it gets down.
Don't make me vomit this early.
But there's nothing but royalty around here.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen. What's poppin', Gloria? How are you? Her Magic, how are you?
Yo, did he snitch?
Yo, introspective male. What's with the negativity? We ain't doing no goddamn 100 hours.
100 hours.
Listen, we're gonna open the phone lines early this time.
Y'all better call in. Hey, if you don't do the super chat, I'm not recognizing you, by the way.
Oh.
I don't recognize. I'm like a stripper. You gotta throw money, homie.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I should have said that. Can I say that as a man?
I don't want you to ever say that.
Can I say that as a man?
Please, no more.
I can't say that. It's a transactional relationship.
Listen,
I'm cool with it.
Listen, we're gonna talk about
transactions.
You got his as folks are still coming in.
Yeah.
You want to read off how he has internalized?
Yeah. So this is Daryl. Shout out to Daryl for the super chat. He says, "Hey man, I will throw you a tip on your next live video. I'm usually driving at work while listening, but over 3 days I just finished listening to that damn 6-hour video, and the more I pay attention, I feel like Blue Pill Sam is really a red pill." Y'all hear that? Daryl thinks I'm red pill, and he has reasons why. Now you might think that sounds crazy, but he is a conservative Republican, but he supports feminism. Question mark. Sounds like a contradiction. Next thing, yes, he spends $250 at a restaurant he likes, not because the woman liked the restaurant, but because he likes the restaurant and likes a beautiful woman there with him. Next thing, he uses women just the same as Red Pill does. He claims he wants to settle down, but his actions really do not show he does. He thinks that he is the prize, so he shows the best side of himself first, but says after a little while he would not take the woman out on a $250 date. Basically what I'm saying, I think you were arguing the wrong points with him. So he believes in feminism, but treats himself like the prize. So he takes women to his favorite restaurants again and shows what he can do for feminist women. He is red pill and he has no intentions of settling down. He plays the game differently.
I need you to respond to that, bro.
Listen. Let me break something down to you. I want to settle down. Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. I believe in marriage. I think that dating is a hamster wheel that continues to go on, that gets you nowhere in life. And actually stability, like in any great country, creates wealth. And the marriage is the foundation of that. So don't get it twisted. Now I can back up every point that I make. Yes, I do like the restaurant. I would go without the woman. If the woman was there or not, I would still go. But that's just where I'm at in life, and that's where I don't have any limits of my abundance. So I think you're trying to flip me, my G, and I'm not really feeling that for real, because you don't understand what marriage and having empathy and having a woman really does for you. But I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna teach you today about a lot of those things. Because stability allows you to, to build upon. Y'all dating and stuff, all this revolving door stuff, y'all don't understand. I'm trying to teach y'all about why getting married actually allows you to be a greater person.
Sam, I think I don't want you to switch the context of the first conversation. The context of the first conversation is that you pay $250 on the first date.
Yeah.
Okay. There's folks out there that irrespective. So I understand what you're saying. There's folks out there that may never get married for a couple of the reasons that we talked about on the last stream. And some of those reasons I think that you identify with, as people can make that decision for the negatives, right? Before, if it ends incorrectly.
Right, Dr. Dre.
Like Dr. Dre, which we're going to talk about today. As well. I hate noises outside of my crib. I had to yell at some bastards yesterday, and they was all laughing at me because they could all hear me. Anyway, but the point of the argument is the reason is so many people determined you to be mega blue pill is the $250 on the first date.
Because they're simpletons.
Oh, God.
They have nothing to do, but they have nothing but money and dollars on their mind and logic, red pill nonsense.
All right, so he thinks that you're a red pill. You vehemently deny that.
I vehemently deny. I can't even adapt any of the red pill, like,
just
whether it's like,
you can adapt a lot of it. Here's the thing. Here's the stuff
it's
that you said.
Trash information.
Here's the stuff that you said last stream that was completely crazy.
Okay.
You said the $250 on the first date was the first thing that was completely crazy.
If she has kids, I'll play stepdaddy. I said some things.
You said no. You said 3 kids.
3 kids.
You said 3 kids. You'll still do the $250 on the first date.
Still.
I asked you. I said, well, what if she had 500 bodies? And you said it ain't nothing but a thing to me.
Listen, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody slept with everybody. You know what I mean? Y'all counting bodies.
500?
I'm talking about potential. How many bodies do you think Kim Kardashian has?
I wouldn't marry Kim Kardashian.
I would.
But I would probably say she's probably in the 80s to 150s.
Yeah, I mean, 500 is I don't know if anybody can sleep with that many people.
Oh, there's, yeah.
Yeah, but come on now. But still, the point that I'm trying to emphasize is if you are automatically deselecting because of her bodies, then you might not see a billion in like Kim Kardashian.
I mean, my thing is that you'll never know the count.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's really going to ever know.
You're never going to know, but if you did know,
it's not a factor, bro.
So I think it is a factor, and here's the reason why I think it's
not
a factor. It's because of the more bodies that you have. There's been studies that show you are less likely to connect to people because of the more bodies that you have. You form less emotional connections with people. They also refer to it as pair bonding.
You know how I feel about your studies, right?
But I can bring up the data right here.
I don't care about data.
You don't care about numbers or data.
You know how I feel about this.
This is also why you're in the blue pill army. Is because you.
I just don't feel. I feel like there's an element that you can't quantify in life.
Oh God.
There's a spiritual element and empathy and things that man just doesn't understand that you got to feel with your heart.
I don't know if I can feel my way through life, my G. This is why I cannot prescribe to the blue pill isms. You know, I would like to think, you know, the world is a giant jelly bean of emotions and fluidity
Disney
and,
World.
and spirituality, and everyone has great and awesome intentions. I think more people try to have good intentions.
Yeah.
But more often than not, human nature is a bitch. And that's what really Red Pill is about. It's about understanding nature.
No, red pill is not about understanding nature. Red pill is about logic overruling everything in math and science and literally saying that there's some sort of scheme out there when really
No.
your spirit should lead you. Your emotions should lead you. The way you feel about things. And it's going to be great.
So,
it will set you free. You'll be more empowered. Literally. All this red pill stuff, all the mantras, if she's doing this, you know, she's got like 5 bodies, like you shouldn't give it to her. Love is empowering.
Can I? So one thing, and then we're gonna move on to the actual topic of the video.
Yeah.
Red Pill is exactly about understanding nature of people. Some people up on here will say female nature. On this channel, I say human nature. I think Red Pill is one of those kind of colloquial terms that people have defined differently depending upon the subjects that they're talking about. Mm-hmm. Like there's a financial red pill, there's a political red pill, but one of the first ones was a dating red pill, right? Like but within that, it is definitely about understanding nature, right? So like if I look at the title of this video, there's things about August's nature that doesn't allow me to, I understand something could have happened, and I understand how we got up to this point. And I also understand that there's a degree of mental health that has been probably imparted within him that had gotten him to this situation. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, someone, if a red pill August wouldn't have tried to wife up a married woman.
So hold on, you set the stage. Listen, we're gonna talk about that because
that's the stage, bro. But listen, I put it up there in the air.
You did. So we talk about August, right? Coming from the bottom, right?
Yeah.
R&B singer.
Yeah.
You can tell in his writing that he's an emotional. That's how his talent increased, right?
Yeah.
The reason he made millions, all those numbers y'all talk about, is because he can literally, kissing on my tattoos. He literally understands the love psyche, right? And someone, especially artists and creatives who live in this blue pill thing. We're gonna slide down real quick. We're gonna talk about it. Be right back.
Damn, son. Hello. Sorry, he got DoorDash. He got DoorDash. Let me acknowledge some of the super chats that are coming in as well. Shout out to Johnny Van Johnson. Shout out to the family. I missed yesterday's convo, shaking my head. I started residency this month. I've been MIA from the YouTube and the Patreon gang. Glad I got off today, though. Wouldn't want to miss this one. Shout out to Johnny Van Johnson. I appreciate that, my G. Hey, man, listen, man. As soon as you want to come back in to the, what's up with his ringtone? As soon as you want to come back down into the Discord and into the Patreon gang, you already know the family's going to be down there. Shout out to everybody that's coming through to the channel. Throw a like on the videos you guys come in.
Ooh, y'all know what that red bag is. Rube Chris. Take it to Rube Chris, guys.
Shout out to everybody that's coming down at that's coming into the video, guys. As you guys come in, throw a like on the video. We're gonna get this conversation started.
Big facts.
Listen, they talking shit on your ringtone.
Oh, my bad. That jingle, that little Tinkerbell.
They said it's a blue pill ringtone.
That's the anthem, Playboy. Am I in focus, bro? Tell me where I need to be.
You good, like right there. All right. So anyway, shout out to Johnny Van Johnson. Shout out to Daryl Davis. I appreciate the super chats, my G. Oh, just saw another one that just got in, and yo, they talking shit on the ringtone, bro. Shout out to Gerard Pritchard. Thank you so much. Oh wait, let me get my soundboard popping. Shout out everybody. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, Gerard. Need that air horn for Blue Pill Sam. Oh, we gonna bring out everything for Blue Pill Sam today. Let me tell you the one that's probably gonna be used today. This one. Probably this one. Probably this one.
Damn. son. Where'd you find this?
Probably this one.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's gonna be a whole bunch. We're gonna bring our head today. We're
Yo.
gonna have this conversation.
All the effects, but I'm gonna really go help y'all a lot here. My goal is to help you guys, blue pill style. Feel me?
Listen, usually I am doing housekeeping items for way longer than this, but
Yeah.
let's just get down into the content.
Let's go. No pregame necessary. Let's go.
Let me share this on the screen. So, listen, let me set up the topic like this. Listen, you guys already know. You guys were down in here for, well, a lot of you guys were down in here for the stream last night. You know what I'm saying? Had Mo down in here, and we talked for a long time regarding the situation. We talked about marriage. The title of that video was "If Will Can't Do It, No One Can." And with this is what I contended on that video, is that we all grew up looking at Will Smith. You know, for the majority of it, I looked up at Will Smith as a, young black man that was a triple threat, did it all, escalated from the sitcoms to the movies, from the rapping to the sitcoms, to the movies, right? Like, and just did like all of these different things. And then within that, he bagged a baddie like Jada. Now, and within that, what's some of the things that we used to hear back in the 90s? That Will and that Jada love. You know what I'm saying? You used to hear that all of the time. Like, they were put on a pedestal of like a relationship, and you would see them in like interviews in the 90s and shit, and the way that Will was looking at Jada and the way that Jada was looking at Will, honestly probably put a lot of blue pill fantasies in your mind as a young man. You understand what I'm saying? But here's the thing. If you hear the way that Will describes marriage, if you hear the way that he describes marriage in the 90s, perhaps in the early 2000s as well, it was the one thing that he required, or he felt like it was necessary in his life to feel whole or to feel complete, okay? I mean, you guys have seen, I think I played it last night as well. He was married first, had a son. I think his son's name was Trey. Eventually got divorced. He didn't want to divorce his wife. He wanted to stay married to her for the rest of his life, even though he felt like she was not the right one. He picked incorrectly. And then Cherie, which was his ex-wife, decided to get divorced to him, okay? And then after that, a day later, he calls up Jada and then starts dating Jada, like right after the relationship. You understand me? So then they eventually got married. They eventually had kids. But here was my argument last night. If you see all of what Will and all of his personality, him being an affable human being, like you see him out and about, like he's just, the charisma is crazy, when you look at Will, right? You understand what I'm saying? And then to see that it's gone from that to what it is today, which potentially, if you go by the way August has set up this conversation, he's saying that, he had a conversation with Will, and Will said, it's okay for you to get into a relationship with Jada, right? So my contention last night is, well, what is the goddamn point of getting married, especially if you wind up being a superstar later off in life and tying all of your assets to somebody who at the end of the day, Will would have been Will without Jada, in my estimation. I don't know if a Red Table Talk would be around today if it wasn't for the Smith family. So she derived a bunch of value being tied to Will goddamn Smith, who for like 10 movies straight in the 90s to the 2000s, he would be involved in a movie, and the movie would #1 in the box office every single damn time. So anyway, we debated a lot of that shit last night.
Well, let me first. Can I interject?
You want to interject?
Because, I mean, you got a real hard man crush on Will. The man is fallible. The man is not the bomb. He wouldn't have done it. He's had multiple mistakes. He went broke at one time. So let's be real clear about Will Smith. I know Joyner Lucas literally had a Will Smith like crush. A lot of y'all grew up on crush on the guys. Listen.
I mean, a young boy can have an example of a man.
But he's not a good example. You know why he's not a good example?
Tell me.
Because he doesn't choose very well.
He doesn't choose what very well?
His women very well. He doesn't choose.
So he didn't choose. So keep
going.
Uh-oh.
This
is the red pill coming out. Oh, we got him.
No.
Keep going.
No. He doesn't choose very well.
Go ahead.
I still believe in marriage and empathy. What he seems to do whether it's his first wife or his second wife, right?
Yeah. Keep going.
He puts him in the category like, oh, I'm the man. Come on, and because I'm the man, I can get the Jadas and these bad chicks or whatever the case may be.
You know why he does that?
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
So you come in my world, and I'm marry you, and then he realizes that the chick wants more, maybe some. You can't just be jumping out of planes, doing movies all the time, and I'm supposed to just stay at home. And you see Jada actually expressing that in her red table talk and stuff like that. Like, I put my career on hold and stuff like that because he didn't do what? He didn't empathize. He didn't understand what marriage was. Marriage is not me just continuing doing what I'm doing and you come along. Marriage is coming together and going in there together. And she sacrificed, and then she came to the realization, he's not sacrificing, why should I? He may be sleeping with other people, why should I? And his marriage fell apart, and he let August in, and August smashed his wife. And that's how it happens. When you're a red pill, and you don't understand that no matter how much money you have, how much millions, somebody will still take the woman that you are not really empathizing with, meeting her needs. Somebody will come through who has a sympathy, who has empathy. I will take a red pill chick in a heartbeat. You know why? Because I have empathy and I understand. She needs somebody. Jada got all the money in the world.
No.
She got enough to be comfortable. She ain't hurting.
Jada quit Hollywood.
For what? Why?
She quit Hollywood before
She had the Matrix movie. She even says that she had on.
Bro,
she got red table talk.
She
right
got
now.
the Matrix because of Will. Will was supposed to be Neo.
Yes, but she also got it because Aaliyah died. But we'll talk about that. What I'm saying is Jada is like she's not hurting for bread.
Bro, you know why he
She
picked
dated
wrong?
Tupac. You don't know. No. Why she? Okay. What's your argument?
Here's why she picked wrong.
She picked wrong?
No, I mean Will. This is the reason why Will picked wrong.
Okay.
Because he had a blue pill mindset.
No. Because he has a red pill mindset.
No, bro. He had a blue pill wanting a Disney fantasy fairy tale mindset. He took somebody that was attracted to Tupac when Tupac was ain't but a still party. But Tupac was digging out the viscosity. She wanted R.I.P. to Tupac. You know what I'm saying? At the height of thug life, was dating. Now me, see, if I was more blue pill in my mindset and thinking, I would be like, well, you know, she's in the streets right now, but she'll eventually be mine. That's what Will did in my eyes. Okay, more of the red pill thinking
Jada Pinkett is,
Hold on, let me just finish a quick thought.
I just want to make sure we're putting Jada Pinkett in the category of
I'm saying
a side chick or some kind of hoe out here.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that much more of the red pill ideologies and understanding nature would allow him a different option set to get down to be able to properly select somebody that was right for him.
His girl got smashed because he was a red pill and he didn't have empathy. He wasn't meeting her emotional needs. August met her emotional needs.
Bro, he's become red pill. In my eyes. Now he's just like, listen, I don't care. I'm going to go do my thing, but it's cheaper to keep her.
You can see Jada.
You know why? Because he makes hundreds of millions and she makes fives of millions.
Oh my gosh. Listen, you can tell when Red Table talk, you can just look at her and just tell that she's hadn't had an opportunity to really connect on an emotional level with Will. They had to actually have a stop.
Bro,
right?
have you seen videos of them in the 90s?
No, I'm talking about really.
They were madly in love.
No, they were not. It was all for show. You could tell, like, Big Willie style pause on that whole statement.
Gross.
But anyway, Jiggy with it, everything else. Miami. Will was doing his thing. Independence Day, getting bread. Jada was the trophy wife. Because he's a red pill. He's not understanding. And so after years of neglect, August Alsina.
Bro,
someone who understands emotional
we have to
connection.
Here's the thing. Before we keep on continuing the conversation, I think we have to correct the definition of red pill versus blue pill.
Go ahead, you correct it as much as you want. The
because
reason
I don't
he
think
got his
thinking about it
girl
correctly.
smashed is because he doesn't have emotional depth.
Now he doesn't. He started blue pill, but he's seen the truth, and now he's red pill.
Now or another. Well, okay, now he's red pill.
People
and
transition.
now he getting his girl. Now his wife's getting smashed.
People transition.
Okay, but his wife is getting smashed.
He doesn't care anymore.
This is a perfect example.
You know
of
why? Because he's cheaper to keep her.
No.
She's
not getting smashed because it's cheaper to keep her. She's getting smashed because he left the door open for somebody who's sensitive to come in and smash his chick. Now he has to deal with the fallout of it, and now he has to say, I didn't give him permission. Oh, you didn't give him permission. You gave her permission. You gave him permission as soon as you ignored her emotional needs.
Oh God. Sam, hold on.
Look, all you red pill cats out there, listen. You ignore her emotional needs, a guy like me is gonna come through and satisfy her. Straight up.
Could you see yourself being in August?
Yeah.
Oh
I
God.
understand. I understand his pain. I feel his pain.
Wait a minute, hold up. We'll get into the pain here in a second because that's what we I really wanted
Initially.
to open up the conversation with.
We kind of got a little bit.
But I need you to understand the at least my perspective.
I'm listening.
And here, so I need you to listen real quick, just real quick, bro. Okay? Because I don't know if you've internalized the definition of the way that I describe being red pill, which is understanding nature.
I don't agree with that. From what I
No, I'm talking about my operational definition.
Okay,
you,
well, let's
you
go.
can't agree, disagree with that. It just
You want to
my operational.
You're going to
definition-
state, and this is what we're going to work off of. This is what we're going to work off. Your definition.
So
I just want to be clear because once I go on your definition,
but I
we're gonna roll.
already said the definition. So what I'm saying is based off of my definition. Will didn't grow up in a two-parent household. He didn't grow up in a family environment. He was introduced into his teens onto a sitcom, which was a family environment. He saw those things and involved in Hollywood, and he wanted that to be for himself. There's nothing wrong with the way that he was thinking at that particular time, besides it is very naive. And he went into both of his early marriages with very naive knowledge. So he ended up choosing the first two, the only two, off of what I would describe blue pill fantasy or ideologies. Okay? He wanted the family early, super early. He wanted the wife. He wanted the lifestyle. He wanted this. He wanted that. He wanted all those things very early, and a lot of it could be akin to the lifestyle that he would see on the TV show that he helped create, Fresh Prince, in that household. And it could be a little bit of a pressure to be, a kid on that show and to aspire to look past all of the Holly weird-ish and try to create and form a strong family and a bond beyond that. And I'm not knocking him from wanting to do that. However, if you do that, it's like driving without your lights on at night. Like you might get to your destination, but you were increasing the risk of an accident happening. I think that he increased the risk of accidents happening, and he went in with blue pill, unknowing fantasies and ideologies that were unrealistic. Even Jada said, I didn't want to get married. Jada admitted that.
Jada's more red pill than he is in that sense.
But Jada said, I didn't want to da-da-da-da-da.
But but you just did all that.
No, I'm not done yet.
Keep going.
So here's the thing. He went in there, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Mm-hmm. And here's my contention. If Will can't do it, no one can. And I say that because 30 years later, all right, after we all take a look at his lifestyle, listen, there's a lot of us, there's a lot of young black boys in the 90s that looked up to Will Smith. Facts. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of us that did. Okay? And now we look at a relationship which seems to have an outsider in there to help her with her emotional needs. Now, it's not to say that Will is not doing the same thing on the side. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that if he went in there that bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, what did he learn in that time period? What did he learn in that time period that now has him switched 180 degrees? If what August alleges, which is he sat down with August, was just like, yeah, go do your thing, Playboy.
All right, that was a long diatribe.
Is he
a red pill now? Are you considering Will as a red pill now?
I think he's way more red pill now.
Okay.
And he's just like, it's cheaper to keep her, so I'm not going to get divorced to her.
Okay. So it's cheaper to keep her, and I'm not going to get divorced.
Because he makes hundreds of millions, she makes fives of millions.
No. If you were a truly red pill, you would have got divorced. If you're a boss, you can do it, you got divorced. But it's cheaper to keep her, right? So let's talk about how August got introduced to the picture.
Can I respond to that real quick? You're ignoring the beginning.
Listen, Dr. Dre.
The beginning is the
was like,
mindset that
Dr.
you
Dre is
have.
going through a divorce. He's worth more than Will.
Listen, but you're ignoring.
I'm not ignoring.
you're-
I'm trying to. You made this whole long argument, right, about how he was blue pill at first, and he went through all this, and he didn't have no parents, and all sad story, tear. The typical red pill argument of nonsense, right? How many people don't come from like poverty, and then they're millionaires, and all this sad story. You want to believe this red pill stuff? Go to Hollywood, believe that. The reason his girl got taken away from him is because a blue pill guy with emotional empathy, while he was running around jumping out of planes, doing all these movies, was tagging his chick and connected with her. He never had a connection with it because he was always about his money, his porch, and it's about his image. He chose her for image. He didn't love her. It wasn't no blue pill stuff with Jada. Jada was like everybody's, dream girl, like Halle Berry. He didn't choose correctly because he wasn't thinking with the right empathy and the right mindset. Because he's what? He's a Hollywood millionaire. He needs a chick. He's a red pill, ignorant type person.
Wait,
let's go.
Can I just ask a quick question, bro?
Go ahead.
Before we keep going, after I just introduced that entire beginning
That I literally almost fell asleep on.
You still think that he was red pill going in there?
Oh yeah, I think he chose her because she was arm candy.
That's not red pill. Red pill doesn't choose for arm candy.
What does red pill choose for?
They don't waste times on those what they feel as though their mindset is not aligned to.
He logically was like, hey, this person with me gives us the whole. Do you think Jay-Z and Beyonce, there's not a fact to logic behind it of like why they're together? It was a boss move.
That's completely different. You can't bring in Jay-Z and Beyonce when we talk about Will and Jada. Those are two completely different scenarios.
Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. There's reasons why powerful men choose women.
Okay, and I can agree with that.
I'm just 100. I'm telling you, there's a reason.
Because there was a comment last night that actually it makes a lot of sense to me. Is that the marriage thing is for brand.
Yeah, it was
It's
a brand move.
representation.
It was a logical move. Jada was a good move, logically. But emotionally, no. You ever talk to Jada?
She's a savage.
She's a savage. Literally.
Savage.
Literally. He's not a savage. Like, Jada's a savage.
Here's my argument, bro. I hear what you're saying, and I understand your argument.
Tupac,
I don't think that he chose Jada for a brand move. I think that he chose Jada because he really wanted a family, and he really wanted
a family. He had a son,
and he really wanted to be in love.
He had a son. His girl wasn't popping. His son's mom wasn't popping like Jada was.
Bro,
Will is a savagely fame-ridden person.
Bro,
y'all gotta tear Will Smith down in y'all head.
How do we not have 100 likes yet?
I have no idea.
That's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
The holiday. I don't know.
No. We got over 200 people that's in here. We don't even have 100 likes, guys. Throw a like on the video. I appreciate. See, they come into the conversations and then they forget to hit on the like button.
We got a super chat though.
You know what I'm saying? So go back up, hit up on that like button. Okay, we gotta get up to 100 likes to continue the conversation. Come on, guys. We got over 200 people that's into the building right now. Hit up on the like button for me. Would wholeheartedly appreciate that. Shout out to Jordan Williams. Sam, what qualities do you look for in a woman?
What qualities I look for in a woman? Service, good heart. She got to have lots of friends, good networking ability, and really her background. I do a background check, man, just where she comes from. Do you understand where somebody coming from? You can understand where they're going. So those are my three.
Shout out to Graham Rush. Will was definitely not red pill in the beginning. He was blue pill for a majority of the marriage. Stop projecting and pretending Jada did no wrong.
Talk about projecting. Like, I didn't say Jada did no wrong. When did I say that? I never said that. Did I say that? No. I think Graham. Let me tell you a little bit about why I think Will was a red pill at the beginning. With Jada Pinkett was with Tupac, right? Will is a fame chaser. Will has always wanted to be the man. Tupac was the man, and so he was like, all right, well if I could pull Jada, because why did he leave his first wife? Why did Swiss leave his first wife and go to Alicia Keys? Why?
Will didn't leave his first wife.
They got divorced, right?
She divorced him. He talked about that.
Well, either way.
No, it's not either way.
No.
It's not either way.
Let me give you the behind the scenes of what's going on.
Will said he did not want to get divorced, bro.
Okay, listen. He got divorced, right? And he went for Jada. Okay, so maybe he didn't want to divorce his wife. Well, let's go. He got divorced, and then went for Jada. Right?
Yep. Okay.
August goes for Jada. There's a reason why people want a Jada or Halle Berry. Right? Because they're choosing based off of clout.
I don't think you know as much as the backstory. Let me see the backstory.
I think I do.
I don't think you do.
Listen, I think you're trying to
Will
frame it
said-
and give Will his props. And
let me tell the backstory.
Okay.
Because we
Leave it to
gotta
real
we gotta
time.
we gotta hold it to the facts so you can understand. Will didn't
You're
divorce Cherie, his ex-wife. He said, and was verified, that she divorced him. But what he said is that he would have never divorced his wife. He said that. He said it on Red Table Talk. We played it last night. We all listened to it. That's what he said. So your argument that he chose Jada for the clout is incorrect because he said
it's
he
not
would have
incorrect.
never.
It's not incorrect. Okay.
Listen to the listen. Just real quick. Real quick. Let me just finish the sentence. It's incorrect because he never said, like he said, he would have maintained in a relationship with someone who was not in the limelight, irrespective of her being some type of
Despite
like.
what Will said, and this is what I have.
What do you mean? Despite what he said?
No, despite what he said. Like okay, I will concede that that's what he said. But let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's do the real review.
Yeah.
Jada was on TV shows, known. What's that? Somebody's poem. What's that one movie she was on? I don't know. She was already in Hollywood, right?
All types of D-list shit.
Well, whatever. But you know, he wasn't that popping at that time either.
What? Yes, he was. He was
okay.
the Fresh Prince. What does she have?
I don't know. She had Jason's lyric. I don't remember. I don't know.
She was, you know.
But she was like
Set it off?
Whatever. I don't remember. Anyway, what I'm saying is, look.
He was an A-lister.
Okay.
Independence Day.
Will was looking for this. He chose Jada.
He saved the
and that's
world.
where he. Okay, whatever. Anyway, like I said, he chose Jada, right?
Okay.
Right.
She's a baddie. She's a baddie.
She's a baddie, right?
Yeah.
Logically, she's in Hollywood. He's gonna get respect for it, and I'm telling you, that's why he chose her. I'm serious. I am dead serious. You can tell. But what is Will's flaw? What is his major flaw?
He chose while he was blue pill.
No, that's not his flaw. He doesn't meet his emotional needs. Will just continues doing what he's doing, no matter who he's with. He's just choosing. Okay, you come marry me. We'll have kids. The kids are all weird and shit. He's just going on and doing videos and stuff like that. Sorry for cussing. But what I'm saying is, Will continue with his life and did not understand who he actually married. And you could tell in Jada that he did not meet her. Will and Jada have a weird relationship. It's almost transactional in the sense of like, all right, we're together, but we're not together. And when you don't have that blue pill connection of emotion and empathy, then she's gonna cheat on you, bro. You're not meeting her needs. You can go out and run around all the time in Hollywood. She doesn't care nothing about that. Because when blue pill comes around and meets her needs, like August Alsina did, now you're in a situation. Now you're in a situation where now you got to answer for, well, he gave me permission. The red pill guy gave me permission to smash his chick. And he's like, no, I didn't do that. You got to do, clean up. I'm telling you, we must learn how to emotionally connect and really get deeper because that's the source of love. And how we really protect the woman because if she's emotionally connected to you, she's less likely to let someone else in. But she let August in. She did. And I know why. Because Will wasn't meeting that need. That emotional need. I'm not saying he wasn't smashing. He wasn't meeting her emotional needs. And she saw something in the kissing on his tattoos. She always liked that from Pac. She likes that. He not even thug life like that. August is a little bit more from the gutter that Jada probably is more appreciative of. They have a mutual understanding of hard times. Fresh Prince was never, ever going to beat out someone who has emotional depth. You can tell Will's a very shallow person. Very shallow, very A-list for himself. He's not.
Are you trolling?
I'm not trolling. What do you mean he's not? He's a shallow person. Will's a shallow person.
Dog. Will was the most emotionally in tune.
No, it's all lies. It's all lies. Don't let the acting fool you.
So
you
think
tell by his Big Willie
acting.
Miami, he's acting.
So you're really thinking the way that I have, like the summary that I gave you based off of how it transitioned from blue pill to eventually becoming red pill, it is less likely than you talking about him just ignoring Jada when we have video after video of him in the 90s talking about how much that he loves Jada in the relationship.
It's all acting. Will keeps his image up because he understands his appeal.
So
Will is a savage as far as he wants fame, clout. He's always been that way. If you ever talk to somebody outside of him, they like, look like what's her name? Like the dark skin.
Show
mom.
me any data or any evidence
I'll have
as
to
to
do.
Will
This
being
we ain't got time tonight.
a
What I'm telling
savage.
you is, trust me, guys. Will is shallow, fame seeking, and everybody knows it. That's the dark secret. All the I'm Will and I feel good. And that's Fresh Prince. That was created for Hollywood. This dude is from Philly and wanted fame. You feel me? He is not emotionally that the characters he plays, Muhammad Ali, and all that kind of stuff. He's just not. He's not. I'm not glorifying this character. Oh God, here we go. Listen, man. The dude is literally a very shallow individual. Kind of like my man said, like I'm kind of like red pill. There's people that or whatever to say is like that. I think you might think he's blue pill, but he's not.
Okay, let's
Nothing
get
about
into some
his
super chats.
Nothing
real quick.
about Will tells me he's blue pill.
Shout out to Graham Rush. Will was definitely not red pill in the beginning. Okay, I agree, 100%. He was blue pill for the majority of the marriage. Facts. Stop projecting and pretending Jada. Oh wait, we read this one already.
Yeah.
Shout out to Graham. Okay, I agree with that 100,000%. Also, stop straw manning red
Pill, I guess.
pill. It's disingenuous and you can form much better arguments. Red pill isn't all logic. You need some emotion too, bro.
Oh, I don't know because we're like I said again. Y'all keep moving the goalposts.
No, I tell you what the goalpost was.
If you look at some of our older videos, and I talk to MTR here, and I'm talking about like emotion, right? And I talk about versus logic. He said logic is red pill. Emotions are weak. We don't need emotions. Literally go back and look at the videos.
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I said you shouldn't rely on your emotions.
Right.
I said you have to have empathy to readily identify in order to have soft skills.
No. After I started talking to you, then you was like, "Oh, you gotta have some empathy," but you were like,
"No, it's not
emotion."
I have videos way before yours where I say you have to have empathy.
Listen.
You have to have soft skills in order to deal with people.
Graham, and MTR. If you think emotions are important, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're recognizing after some. I'm not straw pilling. I'm willing to have that discussion. But what I'm saying is more emotion than anything else that helps us win. You know what I mean? Helps us get past things and really connect to women and to really be able to have real relationships. And emotions should come first. You got to be able to emote. That's all I'm saying. But if you guys say it's a little bit, it's a lot, that's not the point. The goal is to lead with emotion and understanding.
But it is the point, Sam, because you're saying you don't bang with the red pill shit.
I don't bang with the red
pill. I don't
pill
think
stuff.
that you really understand it.
Well, I know. I'm still learning. Here's
the thing, Sam.
So listen, I'm willing to change and grow.
Well, here's the thing, Sam.
If you're saying red pill has emotion to it, then good.
Blue pill, Sam, you gotta listen to me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What I think that has happened here is similar to what I see on my channel a lot, which is I have people that have never heard of the content before. They'll come onto the channel and they'll immediately get butthurt of the things that we're talking about.
Well, educate me.
Because it's a dose of reality that they haven't heard, that news media won't talk about. CNN, Fox, they won't talk about that. There's nothing written in the rule books regarding human nature, at least to this degree. There's books that are written about it, you know. There's certain documentaries that are written, you know, shout out to the Red Pill documentary, shout out to The Rational Male by Rollo Tomasi, I think is the name of it, is the name of the gentleman. So there's like things written down that talk about nature. Never ever has this ever been like content in a way to say this is a way to shit on women. It's never been about that.
I didn't say nothing about shitting on women.
And it's never been content to say you don't need emotion. I'm saying a man should never rely on his emotion, but he should make logical, rational, informed fit decisions to pursue ideas forward, to pursue decisions forward. If Will made way more logic-driven, less emotional.
He made logical decisions. Trust
Less
me. It wasn't emotional. He get
emotional.
more emotional. He wouldn't be in the situation he is with his girl getting smashed by some emotional guy. Is August Alsina red pill?
No, August Alsina has mental health issues.
We do agree. That we do agree.
Okay, he's got issues.
But he does have a little bit of empathy and a lot of understanding. You can tell even by the way he's talking on the emergency, the way he's saying that he was hurt. And this is why I tell you I feel his pain, right? Because when you're an emotional person, you're trying to connect, you're in love with someone, and then Jada, who's more red pill, says, "Listen, I can't leave my husband. I can't leave the money. This was great and fun and all," and he got his heart broken.
Jada's not
this
red pill. She's a woman.
Okay. whatever.
She's a woman.
I'm still learning the red pill. Let me just be clear with you guys. I'm still learning about it. I didn't know women can't be red pill. What I'm saying is Jada used logic like, hey, listen, this was fun. I understand that we had a connection, and I've been cheating on Will for a while with you, but honestly, I got kids. We have a reputation. I have all this money coming in. Logically, I cannot go with you. And that's where we started thinking of saying, I feel his pain. I understand as a blue pill that he was connected to somebody and she allowed him in, and he's hurt. He's feeling like, and then they pretty much threw him away. Like, thank you for that fun time. She did. She just pretty much said, and this is where people turn red pill. Maybe he'll turn red pill off this. But what I'm telling August is like, bro, the reason you got Jada is because you met her need. Now, Jada probably wasn't the one for you, but I understand. You know what I mean? You was in love with her. Y'all had a connection. You know what I mean? So next time, understand when you're choosing a person that you have a connection with, understand all the situation. But he really is hurt, man. He really is in pain because they connected on the emotional level. They did. I'm telling you, they did. I know they did. I could tell Jada, she has to bring herself to the table. I know she fucked up and she talked. She connected with him on an emotional level. She popped her legs open. They were doing things.
You think August Alsina has sex? I don't think that he did.
I think he smashed.
Why do you think he smashed?
Because I understand that Will neglects Jada's emotional needs on the regular. And I can tell on Red Table Talk when she's talking, and she's talking about divorcing and things like that. She has to have these meetings with different people. She doesn't get that at home. She doesn't get that. So she had to create a whole show so she can emote. Will is not emotional. He's clout driven.
Okay. We obviously disagree. We have to agree to disagree on that particular point.
Obviously.
And, on the specific point on, I think that he's coming to his adulthood, and as he's coming
he's
to
like 50 years old.
Yeah, as he's coming to his adulthood, he's starting to understand that his Will Smith at 20 years old didn't know how life was supposed to be led into true happiness, to true fulfillment. In the way that he thought about it. Now, it's not to say
not happy.
No, but it's not to say that he's not happy today.
I'm looking at him. I'm telling you, he's not happy.
Perhaps that he is.
He looks like he's not
because
happy.
he has chosen to distance himself away from the person that he had undying love from 30 years ago. Perhaps, and he can go do his other thing. Jada has said, I'll never get a divorce either. Will is like, I'll never get a divorce. And Jada was like, yo, you could be on this side of the house. I could be on that side of the house. You could be with this person, I could be with that person, but we still gonna remain married, and that's why they kind of demoted to this new idea of life partner.
That is the worst situation ever in life. That you gotta go ahead and accept that your woman's getting smashed because you can't meet her emotional needs. So you gotta live in two separate lives. He's jumping out of planes, still trying to find himself because he can't find a woman that connects to him emotionally. You know why Will does half the stuff he does? Continues to do half the stuff he does?
Because he's
not settled. He is not emotionally
When you say the things that he does, what are you referring to?
So, like, if you look at the videos when he started watching his YouTube and stuff like that, when traveling, and they say he was, like, kind of sleeping with his assistant and stuff like that, all this stuff or whatever.
Who cares what they say?
No, I'm just trying to set the situation for. I'm not talking about that gossip as well.
Yeah, we can't use tabloid rumors.
Okay. This was a tabloid rumor until we haven't confirmed whether yay or nay it happened, but it's still a tabloid. It's still gossip. But what I'm talking about is, if you look at a man and when he is unsettled, like Jay's married, right? Right? Jay-Z's married, right?
Yeah.
Right. When someone you don't see him doing the most. Will does the most all the time.
Yeah, but that's always been Will. That's always been a component
and that's the problem.
Will is a people connector.
No, he's not a people connector. Don't let Hollywood fool you. He's not a people connector. He is a clout chaser and looking for the next. He needs fame. He needs to do. He's an adrenaline junkie. He needs the next level up.
So you think he's
like
a
unstable?
narcissist?
I literally think Will's a narcissist. Literally, disguised. He's a very good actor. He's a narcissist.
I think, that's your opinion, bro. I think he has incredible charisma, and he loves to connect to human beings.
Most narcissists have charisma. If you look at every little American Psycho or something, most narcissists can have charm, can talk to a lady, and things like that. But
No, I think a part of what makes his cup runneth over is connecting to human beings. I don't think that he's a clout chaser. I think I think there's components of this argument that you can't. There's no way that you can agree with because it will turn the blue pill completely around.
what are you talking about?
And I think like I think it'll turn your ideology around a blue pill completely. You need a refill. Look at that blue ass cup. Oh, I forgot. I forgot.
We need
This is red cup talk.
Yeah,
Hold
hold
up. Yeah, we can't show them my empty ass.
Yes,
Hold
yeah,
up.
Thank you, appreciate
Don't show them the brand, okay? Until I get sponsored.
Exactly.
Let me go back down to some of these super chats. Shout out to Greg O. Patreon gang in the building. Well, Jada wanted out of the transaction with Will. She wanted to get change from August. Will always been a simp. I think so. I think he's always been in that category. Hopefully the mic sounds okay, guys. I had to change. Salud, man, G. Salud.
Salute to y'all.
Salute to the Red Cup Talk gang. I appreciate y'all for coming through on this random ass Saturday. But if you guys are with me, I had to change the mic back to my old mic real quick. Hopefully the sound sounds okay, guys. Let me know just real quick if the sound is crazy. But wanted to have Sam come through. You know, already know a lot of these cookouts have been canceled and shit. I had plans and shit to go out. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, the cookouts are canceled and shit. So I was like, yo,
So
Sam,
here we
come
are.
through. Here we are. Debating some things, and I feel like the more that we talk about it, the more that I feel concerned for your mindset, my brother. You know, and I love and appreciate you. And at the end of the day, I want to make sure that you don't end up like Will, where right now you have this blue pill mindset, but then 30 years from now you're gonna be allowing another August Alsina to beat your wife's cheeks up, and I don't want that to happen. Yeah.
So you're flipping it. August is where I'm hurt, right? Like,
No, I'm not saying you're hurt. I just don't want you to.
So
be
you're saying
Will
there's
Smith.
two? You're saying it's two blue pills here. August is a blue pill, and Will,
And you.
and me. I'm right. Claim being a blue pill.
No, I think August has mental health issues. I think old school Will,
There's not
when Will was your age, he was a blue pill. And you're a blue pill right now.
I want to know if you think he's a red pill now. His girl got smashed by another guy.
I think he doesn't give a fuck. I think he's MGTOW. I think he's gone his own way.
All these terms,
like
Jesus.
I don't give a shit. I don't care who's inside you. I've been inside the viscous innards for 30 years now. There's nothing else more we can do. You don't know any other tricks.
And you think this is healthy? To be MGTOW, to be like, to not give a fuck?
No, I think it's healthy to be
I'm
happy.
asking. And you think he's happy?
The construct of marriage says that
You
you're
think
going
he
to
looks
be.
at his children every day?
Let me answer the
looks at his
question.
wife. Go ahead.
I think the construct of marriage forces two people to be together into perpetuity. And I think that he made a decision early on in life based off of some different things that allow, and then his blue pill did not allow him to understand that A, she did not want to get married, that B, the ones that she might have chose before in her life. Okay? All right? If you like Tupac, if you was chilling like that with Tupac back in the day, think about it, bro. Think about you dating a girl that you know went out with Thug Life Tupac. I'm not talking about the Tupac that came out later in life and we're like, oh, okay. He was much more of a suburban young man growing up, right? You know what I'm saying? But like Tupac back in the day,
Outlaw.
Death Row Tupac, that was Thug Life.
And
East Coast versus West Coast. Now,
this is the key. And this is what goes back to my last conversation. When you choose poorly. And you chose someone. Jada was with Tupac, right? That's the type of caliber woman. You look at her, she Tupac. The way he acts, you know, some people say he had AIDS. I'm not talking about all that. What I'm saying, you know, he was getting around. I get around, right? You know, Pac's Stilo, right?
And if you see Jada back in
And
the
you
day,
see
that's
Jada,
a cold. Yeah,
and you see Jada,
cold.
and you choose.
She's cold.
And you choose this woman,
Yeah.
who, you know, is around fame. That's what I said. She's a fame seeker. Jada is a fame seeker, but you chose to marry her, right? That's the blue pill side of him that you're referring to, right? Right? But I would argue they're both fame seekers. They like the attention, right?
Wait,
Well,
what
he-
you said? The blue pill side is that
That he
Jada was-
chose Jada. That was the blue pill move when he married Jada, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but it wasn't for fame. Because
I'm saying it was for fame because he likes the attention. I'm saying back to his narcissist. Remember, I don't agree with you that he's not a narcissist.
so, but it wasn't for fame because she was
I'm not
doing
saying
well.
I don't agree with you there. So first, let's say we don't agree upon that. I don't agree with your
No, but
assessment
Will
that
has
wasn't
said
for
that.
fame. I don't care what he says. He's a narcissist.
How do you? No,
I'm
I'm not
telling
talking
you he's
about
a
that.
narcissist.
But you gotta listen. You gotta listen to my argument first.
Right. I listened to it.
So no,
I don't agree with it.
Here's my argument.
Okay.
He did not continue, and he did not get with Jada because of where her career was going. But Jada might have gotten with Will because of where his career was going.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But I don't agree that Will didn't. I think Will and Jada are both narcissists. They're both fame-seeking individuals, and they have no empathy, no emotional connection. But Jada still needed her emotional needs met, and that's how August came to the picture. Will is still a fame seeker. He's still trying to stay on top. Still trying to do it. That's why his kids have no connection to him. He has nothing. You can tell that he has no.
He's
type
not
of-
at home. is
He's
what
not at
you're saying.
home. He's not emotional. He's just out here getting money. That's all he does.
Listen, it's an argument
That's
that I
why
haven't
his
heard.
that's why his family is so broken down. His marriage is trash. His trash. His kids are trash. He's a narcissist, bro. Don't listen to the Will of Fresh Prince. That's an illusion.
So you don't just believe like
He's
at all that
he's an asshole. Literally, Will is probably an asshole.
I think
I think
he was.
he is an emotionally. He has no
I-
emotions. He has no connections, and he can't find connection with people because he doesn't know how.
I don't think he's an asshole at all.
He's an asshole, bro.
I think he's he
You
went
tell.
in with one idea and then became very clear and correct with nature deep into the marriage. Deep into the marriage. Listen, let's acknowledge some of the super chats that are coming in. Shout out to Boogie, I see you. Let me introduce myself. Boogie is in the building. What's good, Boogie? Shout out to Black Ken. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. If she got lots of friends, she's for the streets. Lots of male friends, most likely.
Male friends. I'm talking about female friends.
Shout out to Greg. Oh, well, Jada wanted out of the transaction with Will. She went to get change from August. Will always been a simp. Oh, I think I did read that one already.
Yeah, come on.
Shout out to.
Make sure they get on call lines. I want.
Oh yeah. We're gonna open up the call line soon, guys. Shout out to Boogie Talks. At this point, Sam should become a feminist. You are a feminist.
I'm. I don't deny it. Why you look like that? I think this is why it's important because you guys will end up down this route on red pill and have August smashing your chick. And y'all need to start building emotional relationships so your kids will be healthy. The family structure. It's important. It's stability.
Shout out to Jono knows his kids show how blue pill he is. You were actually making that point earlier.
Can you call in? I can't. This reading, and I appreciate the super chats. If super chats I'll respond to, but I need to have
But
somebody.
you didn't talk about August yet. We didn't really get into the August point.
Yeah, we haven't.
portion of the
We're going
conversation.
to talk about Will for a little bit.
But I think it's necessary. We're gonna get into the August side because he has to be talked about. Wait, did I just skip the shit? Oh, shout out to Uncle Gary Grant in the building. Hold on, I just seen it. Let me try to pull it up. Let me see. Hopefully, I can still pull it
Hey,
up.
it's jumping right there. We got enough likes.
shit,
What
I
we have with
can't-
the likes, man? 130.
Yo, throw a like on the video, guys.
Yo,
we should
man,
be,
so
we should be at like
continue to
160.
Go further in this conversation.
Blue pill guys will always be in the friend zone. Red pill will sleep with them. Men that are emotional spend money on dates. No reward, nephew. Uncle Gary Grant. Thank you so much for the 5 Canuck bucks in the building.
Who we son and who we nephew in? Me?
Me. I'm saying Uncle Gary Grant. That's Unc right there.
He ain't related to me.
That's Unc right there.
I'm just saying.
That's Unc right there. Blue pill guys will always be in the friend zone. I mean, we've said this, and this is a component.
I
of
think
my
August was
argument.
in the friend zone. I think we do need to get to August. We got to talk about some things because this is the depth. This is where I feel is pain. Have I been friend zone before? Yes.
Did you ever try to date a married woman?
I've been in a situation where I've dated a married. Well, where yes. The answer is yes.
Did you date because you wanted her to marry you eventually?
I found out she was married.
So she pulled the wool over your eyes.
Yeah, she was married.
So you didn't know that she was married?
No, not initially.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about
Not. I didn't know going in.
August knew that she was married.
Right. And that's choosing.
What?
It's a bad choice.
Okay, it's a bad choice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know how, in that married woman, I connected with her in an emotional way, listened to her and things like that.
Wait. So this I was gonna call her a bad name.
Yeah, please don't.
This one was married and didn't let you know.
She didn't let me know.
Holy shit.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she was married.
You was banging with her. Did you spend $250 on the first date with her?
I don't know how much I spent on the first day. I don't count. But yes, I took her out on a date, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. You took her out on a date. At what point did she let you know that she was married?
After I got a phone call.
You're fucking joking.
No bullshit. It's a true story. Got a phone call.
From the husband?
No, from her saying we can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. She was crying on the phone. I think he was on the back, man. And I was like, what? And then she hit me out on a burner account and was like, yo, I'm married. I'm going through a divorce. I knew her back in the day. Knew her beforehand.
Oh, she was going through a divorce.
Or she said she's going through a divorce separation. I don't know what her situation was.
You don't know what it could have been.
I don't know what it could have been, to be honest with you.
Bro, even when you have very specific examples of human nature, you met her. You rekindled with her.
Yeah,
you took her out on a $250 date.
We met when I was literally had no money, broke. Like we met in the hospital, in the cafeteria, and she was a aide or whatever, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is like, and then we
like
kind of
a cafeteria aide.
like a nurse's aide. Like
okay.
A PCA, what's it called? So, and I was still going through my career, going up and stuff like that. So we met then. She was cool, whatever. We just chat. We used to meet to they would make omelets. We would chat in the cafeteria, whatever. We talked for a little bit, but she was, you know what I'm saying? At that time, she was after, not me, but pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I was wearing scrubs every day. I didn't even get haircuts. Like it was just horrible back then, right? So anyway, so she went on about her life. I went on about my life, right? We reconnected. You know, in my current form, or like in a later version of me, and she was like talking again. Of course, she saw the come up. I will admit, like, all right, cool. Like he's driving the whip that I'm driving, all that kind of stuff, whatever. And she started talking to me. I was like, okay, cool.
What kind of? What, you want to tell him to whip?
Well, it was a Range Rover at the time.
Okay.
But anyway, so she saw.
She had visual signs that made the viscosity drip.
Yes, I think there is a little bit of shallowness into her.
I don't get why you're blue pill, but continue with the story.
Well, anyway, we were talking, whatever, you know what I mean, and reconnecting. We always had that connection, that emotional connection. And, yeah. And then after, like, a while of talking, and then she got caught, I believe. I think her man found her.
And you didn't know?
Didn't know. Got that phone call, bro. Dead ass. True story.
So after being through an experience like that, okay, what did you learn about the nature? What did you learn? Was there any
nature of a woman? She might not know that she's not getting her emotional needs met. She might be in that mindset of chasing like off of something like that. But when you have that connection, you can always get her. You can always get her.
So you just think the husband just lost connection with her?
I am positive the husband lost connection with her. Was not meeting her emotionally. Because I don't think the guy was like lacking in any area. I think he just couldn't connect with her like I could.
So is this why you're saying like you understand August?
I understand how August got it. I understand August. The reason why Jada let August in. Jada likes the Pac, the emotional. Like if you look at Pac, you look at August, right? They have a lot of similarities. I don't know if you ever listen to August's music. But he talks about where he comes from, the hardness, and Pac was a very emotional dude, right? Will is not very emotional. Even listen to Get Jiggy With It. His lyrics are trash. Like he doesn't really have a good artistry. He has bars, little catchy lines, like Summer, like you know what I mean. But it's really he has no depth to him. He's a very shallow individual. Even if you're looking at his acting, Independence Day, he's like whoa or whatever. You know what I mean. that's what I call a close encounter.
I totally disagree. I think Will Smith is a fantastic actor, but,
But
continue.
it's a very shallow action. Like he's not Denzel.
You didn't see him in what's the movie he was with his son?
Yeah, trash.
The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, it was already it was good writing. He's walking around with his like, oh, I'm coming up with.
You didn't get choked up at the end of that movie.
It's good writing. He's an actor.
I don't give a damn how much
Listen,
the
Denzel-
writing is. The
listen,
writing could be impeccable. If the actors are trash,
If you give me Will and you give me Denzel, I'm going with Denzel.
Nah, don't move the pylon. You motherfucker. Don't move the.
Watch your language.
Yo, you take pylons and you say, here I am. That's what you do.
All right, I'm not going to introduce Denzel.
The Pursuit of Happiness.
Okay, we're gonna talk about.
Yo, that was a fantastic movie. You were tripping, bro.
It was a biography based off somebody else. It was a movie based off somebody else.
That might have been the first movie where like a lump right here formed as I'm watching it. Like, yep, it's a good movie. Okay. You know, and that was it. I thugged it out. You understand what I'm saying? But that might have been one of the first movies I can remember.
MCR. I'm not arguing that The Pursuit of Happiness was not a great movie.
You are a reacher.
I'm trying to meet you middle ground here. I'm saying the movie was great. 7 Pounds was great.
Yeah.
If you look at Focus, he is a great actor in that sense as far as like when something's written good. But if you look at him in anything that's shallow, he's a very shallow individual, bro. He's outside of the acting, he's very shallow. The man is a narcissist. Anyways, back to my original point of why August. We gotta get to August. I'm tired of talking about Will. Can we talk about somebody else other than Will? You know, I'm not a big Willie fan. Pause. I'm not.
Yo.
Can we get a call in? Where we at? Is it early?
Does Blue Pill Sam blame Steph for what Aisha did?
Wow. We didn't get a chance to talk about the Aisha comments, did we?
We didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about the Dre situation yet.
Aisha stays in line because Steph meets her emotional needs.
Dog, did you say Will Smith has no depth? He's not a good actor.
Can you please get past? Can we stop talking about Will?
I'm so.
I didn't say he was a good actor. I said he was a good actor. I don't think as a person, he's a narcissist. I don't think the person he plays on TV is a person he is in real life, based off of his relationships and his kids. He's a great actor.
I would say, if anything, the best argument.
The fruit of his labor is that it's trash. His relationships are shitty.
The best argument that I think that I can't is if you look at some of the things that his kids have gotten into, and you're like, I wonder. I feel like Will is not there a lot.
Not there at all.
Okay. That is one of the best arguments that I think. Like, besides that,
regarding the situation, you mean
that you said here today. Besides that, I'm just like, where's Sam going?
I'm trying to stay focused, but I want to guys to make this. I want to make this very clear. When you look at Will and his behavior, $1 million, right? Great endorsements, rap albums, all of it.
Yeah,
right? He's very successful.
Very.
And I would say top. If he does a movie, he's like a Tom Cruise in black as far as a black actor, right?
Yeah, he touches the script and
it goes crazy, right?
Yeah.
When you look at somebody's personal life, you can really see where someone's true character lies.
That's true.
And I believe that reason why his son hated him for so long, his first son, you see why his kids are kind of weird. Can I say weird?
Yeah,
I mean, weird. I don't know what gender his Jaden, what's his name? I don't know.
The young boy?
Young boy, and Willow goes to her haircuts and things like that because there's no stability with Will. And the reason why there's no stability with Will and they all over the place and everybody else is all over and August is coming through smashing is because he lacks emotional connection. Unlike, other guys who can connect and really and really mentor their kids and really develop. It was great you could play on Pursuit of Happiness, the father and son connection, but they didn't really have it. They don't really have that in real life. They don't. It's all acting, bro. They don't have that connection.
All right, you know.
That's just how I believe it. I mean, if you look at it,
But do you blame Steph for what Aisha did? Was that
yes,
Steph's fault?
I do. That was Steph's fault. He didn't meet Aisha's needs.
The chair is about to go out the
He's doing better now. He gave her the option, gave her the cooking show, stuff like that. He transferred and gave her like Barack Obama gave Michelle Obama her time in the spotlight. Steph needs to recognize that Aisha needs, and she was feeling left out while he was becoming champion and doing things. You can't just continue on and neglect your wife. He's doing better now. He's fixed. He's blue pilling it up, making sure she's posted, making sure her restaurant is, putting money behind her. I mean, he's invested a lot of time in Aisha. Aisha has no culinary skills, like no degree or nothing, but he pivoted and he invested in his wife. Salute to that. Blue pill. That's a blue pill cup salute. Thank you, Steph, for recognizing that and making the need a change.
Wow.
I mean, can I get a phone call in? Because you're just so perplexed right now.
Yeah, we can absolutely do the call. Is there? Hold on. Let me get through the rest of the super chats. I need my glasses for this.
Listen,
So
I
getting
try not to
old.
make him. I try to.
35
I
now.
don't mean to make you have those reactions, bro. I really want you to understand the importance of the emotional depth that you need to go to and empathize, and why it's such a needed part in relationships.
It
To have
seems
a
like,
real
it
relationship.
seems like no matter whatever happens, you blame the dude.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I just
you just
celebrate-
blame Stephen for Aisha Curry.
I just celebrated him and his change because he was smart to understand his wife needs it. Needs investment.
No. But here's the logic that I can't get on board for, and the reason why my glasses were removed from my face and the chair was about to become airborne.
Please do not.
Is because so your assumption of why Aisha is saying dumb shit on whatever show that she was on, or what the
She
reason
wasn't.
why
She was crying
the
out for
reason
help.
why Aisha
She was crying out for help. Meet her needs. Listen to her. I can't. Stop ignoring a woman's needs. Stop ignoring their emotional trauma. All right, we're going to just keep going, man.
Shout out to dog BK Standard. We all know Tupac was the only guy Jada ever loved. She married Will by default because Will was so-called a good guy and a
That
good,
is
successful
not
guy.
correct. He was successful. I will agree with that. But don't let the image of what society has put Will Smith in here. She married him for success, not the good guy image. She knew he wasn't good. She knew he's in Miami smashing everything, Philly style. You ever met a cat from Philly? Philly's really grimy. You ever been to Philly? Philadelphia?
I used
You know
to
what I'm
live
saying?
in
At the
the
station,
area.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
You
familiar
ever hear
with.
me, somebody from Philly? Ain't nothing nice about them.
I'm very familiar with Philly.
Listen. I'm not.
Philly.
That's a broad statement, but everybody from Philly got a little bit of grimy with them. I ain't never met nobody that's like, oh my gosh,
All
Mr.
of them.
Mr. Rod.
It's all of them.
Like they some grimy. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? Like they're like, yo, from Philly, meet me up.
Shout out to Dog Eat Dog. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. The Sam. Okay, I just read that one. Shout out to
Where the super chats at? Talk to me.
Dr. B.O.A. Wait, hold on.
Oh, is the doctor in the building?
Listen,
hey, we had a good exchange last time. Shout out to Doctor, man.
Shout out to Dr. B.O.A. in the building. Any man, Will, who marries with a woman, Jada,
Break it down, Doctor.
who was openly confessed her love for other man, Tupac. This is what I'm talking about. This is a beta male simp mangina. I said the same thing, Dr. B.O.A. But you already, because Dr. B.O.A. came up here last time that you came up here, and you guys had a fantastic conversation.
Yeah, listen. He was listening, and he was responsive, and we were able to have a conversation. That's extremely important.
Facts.
But let me go ahead and Doctor. He probably gonna call in because I know Dr. B.O.A. and I know how he gets down. But let me address some points right here, real quick, right? Tupac is who Will always wanted to be. Rapper. Tupac had all the charisma. He had the acting, everything. Remember, Pac was doing movies. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, might have not been on the level.
Trying to be a triple threat.
Like, literally.
Like Will.
Like, if, like, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't no Biggie, there wouldn't be no Jay-Z. If it wasn't no Pac, it probably wouldn't be no Will. Listen. Follow me. Let me take you. So, Pac, you trying to ascend to that level, you get his chick. Right? Because you're a narcissist, and that's what you do. You try to go up that level. Okay. We know. And that might be a little bit of beta. So, on that sense, BOA, listen, you might get a little bit. I might swing a little bit beta. Now it's not blue pill, but that's beta. I agree with that. Because I never said I wasn't alpha. Let me be clear. I'm an alpha man all day, every day. But I'm blue pill in the empathy part and leading with the emotions. Because I think emotions are very powerful. But look, what I'm saying is, listen. So he shot for her. He want to be Tupac. He ain't got none of Tupac's actual, from the gutter, like real issues that Tupac went through. Black Panther Party by his mom and selling crack and all that kind of stuff. He ain't got the history, but he wanted Jada, so he did it. He wanted to have a rap album, so he did it. He wanted to do movies, so he did it. His main bag is the movies. What I'm getting at, bro, is I think Will has some mangina in him, in the sense of that he's trying to be Tupac. If that's what you're saying, is he a clout chaser? Yes, I agree. I think he's a narcissist clout chaser, a red pill fanatic. And yes, I'm calling a red pill as a bunch of people who just think about money and just like that. All you logically it was only right because he wants to be Tupac. Get Jada. It only makes sense. But you ain't Pac. It's not authentic.
There was so much wrong with what you just said. I don't know where to start. So let me just get back into the super chats just real quick.
I just want to let y'all know that
hold
my
on,
roof kiss is getting cold because I'm on here because y'all giving me.
We're going to open up the phone lines. Matter of fact, let me open them up right now.
Super chats because honestly, if y'all ain't giving me super chats, I can go eat my food. I need some actual conversation. Like give me some meat.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
Thanks.
No. Whatever.
Shit. Lines are open. Shout out to Dr. BOA always coming through and showing love, support, and respect. I appreciate you, Dr. BOA. He came through and listen. Matter of fact, I have I took a snippet of that.
Yo,
video.
this cat say Pac was a cornball.
Wait, hold on. I took a snippet of the video and it has to come up to the channel. I'm gonna make sure that you are aware when I upload the snippet of you and Dr. BOA speaking. That shit was fucking epic.
It was a classic.
That shit was goddamn classic.
Two great minds going at it.
Oh my God, the lobby is quickly filling up.
Listen,
is there anything you want to say about
honestly,
August before we get into the chats?
Nah, if you want, the lobby is filling up. If you want me to have a conversation, if you want to go toe to toe with Blue Pill Sam, with your logic versus my emotion, you gotta do a super chat because it's just too many of y'all. I ain't got all night talking to all y'all. So if you want your time, go one-on-one, shoot that little $5 super chat or whatever, and we can go toe to toe.
Shout out to Uncle Gary Grant. Sam, you too young to be talking about Will and Pac. You wrong.
Oh, you try to age me, my G? Listen, Gary Grant, listen. I might be too young, but your girl like me. Ooh. But anyway, holla at me.
Shout out to Boogie Talks as well. I can't put it up on the screen because it was so long ago. What's Jada's number? I got my tumble for her.
Oh, listen. August,
Jada can still catch it. I don't care.
She can still get it.
I don't care.
But you got to be emotional on the blue pill to get it. Because the money ain't a thing no more. Will got all the money. I got to be August. I got to slide in.
Jada doesn't like emotional simp shit. She likes Tupac's.
She likes August Alsina, and that's the most emotional person you ever watch this cat?
No, she likes winners. She likes those that have.
She likes the rose and the concrete. She likes somebody she can relate to from the gutter. That's why she like Pac. She's with Will because she just like this cat got money, millions.
First to the stage, I gotta hear my G right here. I gotta hear my G.
Let's go.
Just real quick. First to the stage. The introspective man. What's good, my G?
Hey, easy fam. How y'all doing?
What's poppin', man?
Man, we living, man. I'm trying to get
Saturday.
this cat. I'm trying to get this Joker straight, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. He's on it. What's
Yo,
up, though,
G.
bro?
I gotta agree with Sam on this, G.
What the fuck?
Oh shit. Oh, damn it. Oh. Hey, salute.
And let me
What's up,
break
man?
it down.
He
So
can
you
come
got
back, man.
Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
And Hollywood isn't real, bro.
It's real talk, man.
It's like all projection. It's used to control society's choices and culture. So we don't know. Okay, but I hear an echo like. In
Oh
my
shit!
voice,
Oh,
so,
it's probably
yeah.
the new mic.
The
setup.
new mic, we had some technical
Hold
issues.
on.
My
Let
bad,
me.
Jay.
Hold on. Give me a quick second, bro. All right, try it now.
Yo. Yeah, it's still there, but I'm gonna try to go in. So my whole thing with so the red pill. If we look at the red pill, there's components to the red pill.
Bro, do you
like
still
you said,
hear,
there's
hear an echo?
nah, it's gone now. It's good.
All right, go ahead, bro.
So there's components of the red pill that deal with finance, relationships, human nature, and etc. So like if you actually go into like the history of Greece, I think it was Socrates said that human beings follow like there's 3 or 4 components: fashion, music, diet. Like there's certain components that shape human culture. And when Hollywood was formed, like the late 1800s, when the decision was created to like form Hollywood, they made a decision that they were going to create like the social elite, who you find as like the celebrities today. And these social elite would actually like lead humanity through like their decisions. And if you actually like look at divorce, and like when divorce actually started to spike, it started through celebrities. And I agree like with Sam 100% is that who you like Will Smith, like the persona that he portrays out for the public, that's not really him, bro. It's the same with Dr. Dre. If you listen to the NWA records, these cats are talking up. Listen to Chronic 2001. Dr. Dre's talking about hoes and smashing and all this, but he been married, bro. He been married since NWA, but in Chronic 2001, he's talking about gang banging and orgies and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it really, he was a game banger. Honestly, if you look at the real, who was really in the streets, it wasn't even Dre like that. These cats is frauds. But go ahead.
So I think with what's happening with like celebrity culture right now is that they're actually priming society, because if you look at it, like the same Boris Koji thing, and now what's happening with Will Smith and Jada, is that they kind of priming society for this whole polyamorous situation where everyone is cool with being with everyone.
Yep, Scientology. Yep, brainwashing.
And I like the fact that you touched on Tom Cruise, because Tom Cruise is part of like the whole Scientology cult. I don't know if you've seen that documentary where they actually break down Tom Cruise being a part of this
They're
that weird cult
the
of
family structure, bro. You're right.
Exactly.
To get us to become these, colonization, this colonial, like the breaking down this village structure. It's horrible, bro. Go ahead.
So like, so MTR, like I fucks with both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because both of y'all bring like strong arguments to the table. And when it comes to female nature, like we say, female nature is always gonna be female nature. But when it comes to this like celebrity shit, that's when like that Metal Gear sound goes off in my head. Because I don't trust if it's on TV, G, I don't trust it. As soon as it's being like,
and that's the thing, is that like that's one of the things that when Blue Pill Sam was talking about it, like you can't really contest it because you really don't know what's happening behind closed doors in a scene. I think that whenever you see Will out in public and you see his personality and the way that he moves, he is the most, and I get it, he's an actor and he's one of the best that shares my same melanation. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
At the same time, I do think that perhaps what you see could be the highlights.
It's a fraud,
Okay?
not
so
highlights.
within it being the highlights, perhaps that there's things that are happening behind scenes that you don't see that Jada is very well and true with, but that still doesn't, in my eyes, tell to me anything different that I've seen in the 90s when he originally set up and and got this and got eloped to Jada. What we know is what we know.
He wants to be Pac.
Hold on. What we know is what we know. What we don't know is what you're saying, which is what we don't see. But based off of what we see, we can form a conclusion. And based off what I see, I can form a conclusion. There's so much things that are happening in this particular situation. You see his personality, you see her personality, you see his net worth, you see her net worth. You see what he's able to do in the limelight, you see what she's able to do, which is only specific to
MTR,
what she is able to, what he is able to do.
I'm gonna
On
ask you
top of
one
that,
question. Were you a fan of Will Smith growing up?
absolutely.
Do you feel like you kind of idolize him in a certain sense?
There's certain components of his personality back into the day where I would say I would look up to his moves as a man, as a black man.
All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, who's next?
You
Hey
have
yo,
to
let me
conclude
let me
something
wrap
on
this
top of
up
that.
quick.
I'm
So-
gonna let them find their own conclusions. Because
So,
there is a hint.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Listen to our guy. He called in.
Wait,
My
did-
bad.
So like here's my thing about this, right? So we were having a discussion in the Discord about marriage, bro. And here's the thing, right? Look what's happening in Switzerland right now. You got 24-year-olds that are coming up as CEOs of watch companies. You got 24s that are 20, like you got young cats, like cats that are under 30 coming up, inheriting companies, young CEOs. That doesn't happen by mistake. That's a culture. So we like, I don't know, like what the fuck, like we're in a weird space right now, like a really, really weird space in terms of like where the world is going. But all I can say is that with this whole celebrity shit, we need to be like super careful, like super careful, because it's like they forming a culture that we don't even have a say, or we can't even contribute to this culture that they're forming for us. Because imagine how many people now are looking at Will Smith's situation like, nah, if Will couldn't do it, then who else could do it? You know what I'm saying?
Glorifying Will. It's trash.
It's like these people were legit set up for us to look up to and form our culture, G.
Brainwash.
And I don't take anything away from what you're saying, MTR, that the whole blue pill marriage of a fantasy and the Disney thing, that's not the context of marriage and the context of the male and the female dynamic. There needs to be more you need to understand both each other's nature. You know what I'm saying? Like man needs to understand woman, woman needs to understand man. And in the whole context of like a blue pill marriage, that doesn't work. It's been proven time and time again. Traditional marriage is more, it works for the longer time. But this whole celebrity thing, I think it's like a setup. Look how convenient it is that everyone's marriages are falling apart at the same time during like this whole COVID thing.
Yeah, I think that so I agree. So there's components where I see where you're coming from. I think that comparing the marriages and COVID to the Will and Jada thing and the August thing, right? Like to ask what you asked was, did I look up to Will? You know what I'm saying? As a young black man watching the French Prince of Bel-Air and not having other examples of
You had your
black
father.
men that are doing like that thing out in the public, out in the limelight like that, yes, absolutely. But to compare it to what's happening right now, like I think like what we're losing sight of is my initial argument, which is if you go in with this ever-loving, evergreen perspective.
But your initial
you gotta
argument
let me
is
finish
flawed.
though, bro.
Your initial argument is flawed. No,
No,
I'm gonna
bro.
let you finish. Like,
Bro,
no.
you gotta let me finish.
MTR loves to set this
You-
up.
Your sound's off. Your sound is off.
Oh. Okay. I think I'm back.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, let me try to repeat that real quick. What I'm saying is that shit, I just forgot what the fuck I was just talking. What I'm saying is on top of that is like my argument is that if you do not have the proper tools in that toolkit to assess the human being as you're getting set up to do something as a long-term relationship and then to go past that into a marriage, if you do not understand those things, you go in bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and all of that bullshit, and you don't understand these very concepts, you are more likely to have news like this that hits whatever, your friends, your families, mainstream media later off in your life, just as if the same information that the young man who took in marrying the young lady who you went out on a date with found out the hard way as well because she was lying within that. And my thing is like, how do you reduce the risk of the bullshit eventually happening down the path, down the line? I think
I
those
agree.
sounds
You see
should be
when-
back on right now.
Yeah, you see when you phrase it like that, I agree with the context of that argument, but using Will Smith as content for the narrative, I think is a bad example because
Yes.
we don't know what the fuck is going on with Hollywood, bro.
That's fair.
Will
That's
Smith
fair.
is a
But
narcissist.
your
He's a
argument
blue pill, he's not.
your argument is 100% correct because another thing I found out recently is that Will Smith and Jada have been in an open marriage for like the past 10 years or something like that. Their
That they
marriage has
denied.
been,
Of
but
course they're going to deny it.
yeah. So let me not take up too much time, but I
I
gotta
appreciate
agree.
you, bro.
Listen.
I agree with both of y'all on this. I agree with like what Blue Pill Sam is saying that Will Smith, like, there's a lot that we don't know about this guy that happens in the background, and the aspect of marriage is that you gotta go in as a man and not a Disney character. That's 100%. That's true.
100. He phrased it
So I
better than
fucks with
could.
both of y'all, man.
He's a fraud.
Yeah.
Salute.
All right, salute, man.
Thank you, bro.
It's a drink to that. They call in and give
Peace.
super chat. I think that's a good argument.
Yeah. Well, Intro has been a long supporter of the channel,
So salute to his loyalty and his great conversation. Appreciate it, my G.
all right, the only lady I'm seeing down there right now. What's up, sweet Blackberry? How are you?
Good, and
read the
you?
Super chat real quick. Shout out to Keith Williams. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Listening to this dude is like taking a needle to the eye with no anesthetic.
Ooh.
I'll be back when you have your guest, any of your other guests later. Oh, I didn't read that until right there. Shut up, bro. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Anything to say on that, bro?
Oh, he can't handle pain. He's a bitch. Deuces. Go ahead.
Sheesh. What's good,
Good
sweet
Lord.
Blackberry? How are you?
I'm good. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Blue Pill Sam.
Good. All right, what you got for us?
That whole Jada and August Alsina thing, like, that's Hollywood celebrity weird nonsense. I just think that's a whole distraction as to what's going on in the world right now, anyways.
Okay. So you think it's a distraction of what's going on?
I think some people are trying to use that as a distraction, one, and then two, Will and Jada have had a weird open marriage since they got married.
Okay.
Do you think it's a fraud though? Do you think it actually happened? I guess I want to understand. Do you believe that August slept with Jada? I know it's a lot of weird stuff in Hollywood. Do you believe that?
That he really slept with her. No.
Uh-oh. Why don't you believe that he actually had a sexual relationship?
Because they had open marriage for so long, and I feel like any guy she's probably already slept with knows to keep his mouth shut, and having that open marriage so long and the image that they want to project of like a stable Black couple in Hollywood and whatnot, she wouldn't risk it messing around with August Alsina, who would run his mouth.
So why do you think it's just mental health issues with August and that he's
I didn't say it was mental health issues. I'm not a doctor.
okay? No, I salute. Why do you think August says that he had a relationship with her?
And maybe it was an emotional relationship, but I don't think it really got physical.
He got into another level. He never got the skins. She's saying that they just talked on the phone, and then he thought it was deeper than what it was. That's an element. Do you think emotional cheating? Do you believe? Sorry, excuse me.
Is it
Do you
cheating
believe
if
in
the
emotional
marriage
cheating?
is open?
I'm not talking about the marriage. Sorry, it's a little background noise in the back. Is there such thing as emotional cheating?
Yeah.
Period. Okay. I think. Do you believe that Will allowed this to happen through his open marriage and cavalier attitude towards the relationship?
Well, the open marriage, yeah.
Let me make this a little louder. Guys, has there been any background noise? Sorry, this is a whole new mic setup that I had to do because this shit has been
You mean the
trash.
motorcycles back there?
Yeah. All right. So you hear the motorcycles, but like the echo, I hate. You guys already know. I try to focus on the quality of this channel. So
I mean, it's an echo, but it's not that bad.
okay, it's not that bad. Sweet Blackberry. Okay.
Yes.
Let me try to. So, are you on? So, do you feel as though Will is not who he purports himself to be, so much so that he is a narcissist that did not give Jada emotional connection?
Oh God. What do you mean purport himself? Because acting is acting. They're portraying characters and whatnot. We don't know how Will is. I mean, maybe he's an asshole. Maybe he's not.
Do you believe Will when he says that? Do you believe Will the way he is portrayed on like in the media? Do you believe that he's a nice guy, all this type of stuff, or do you look at his family?
No, I think he's a hell of a lot more selfish than that. But
okay. And I think what I was trying to say is when I feel August's pain or whatever the case may be.
you feel his pain. I mean, come on now. He was messing with a married woman. Albeit their marriage is open, he's still messing with a married woman. He set himself up for that.
Yes, and that's a poor choice. But he connected with her in an emotional way.
What was he expecting to happen? She was going to walk away from Will and get with him?
Facts.
No, I think that's where he was lost in the sauce.
That's his fault. Don't go on messy behind Angela Yee's talk thing because she has to do something outside of Breakfast Club and whatnot.
Yeah, she really doesn't have much of a role.
And like the fact that he outed them out in front of
and for
everybody.
real, you keep what goes on between you and who you're messing with, between who you're messing with. You don't tell the whole world.
Facts.
Unless they're beating on you or stole something from you, you keep your mouth shut.
I agree. I mean, I believe in the code, and I'm not talking about that per se, but I'm talking about his pain and how he had an emotional connection with the
Then he should go to a therapist.
Facts. And never
And
put
cry
it
on
on
a
Jump
therapist
Street for everyone to be to talk about it.
Especially like Angela Yee, like she's a gossip personality. That's what she does.
Right. Yeah, but obviously he's doing a lot of this to promote his shitty album, which I think like is complete and utter butt.
Oh, he has an album coming out?
It's already out. Literally came out.
See,
like
I didn't know. So maybe this is promo for it. He got to kick up dust.
Well, I mean, I think it's always been out there though. This was out before his album dropped.
Yeah, but now he's confirmed.
Hold on, I got a question for Sam.
There's a publicity stamp behind it.
I have a question for Sam. You said that Jada married Will because she couldn't get with Tupac or something like that, or what did you say?
No, let me be clear. I said Jada married Will because of his.
Get him, sweet.
What in the world are you talking about?
Sweet Blackberry. That's a goddamn name.
Get him. What are you talking about? Get him, man. Get me.
Hold on. I'm not coming to get at anybody. I just
like,
need some clarification.
Let me clarify.
Ask him.
I think Jada's always been a clout chaser.
Oh God.
And so she's always Will was like a Tupac Will, millions. It just makes sense. But
you think it was like a
she's
pissing
more savage
contest?
than what you think she is.
Hold on. We all know Jada is not a meek kind of woman.
Be more. You feel me? She's savage.
Wait a minute, she's not a meek kind of woman. That's fine. She's very go-getter-ish. That's fine.
She's not a what type of? No, we said she's from
Meek
Baltimore.
and mild.
Meek and mild. What you talking about?
She's one of those. She's gonna
mild?
Right.
Yeah, no, we're not saying.
I didn't say she was.
I'm agreeing with you. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I didn't say it was wrong. I just said she's a savage.
That's fine.
Okay.
There
But you're
it
saying
is.
she got with Jada because Will Smith because she couldn't get with Tupac, or why did she get with
No.
Will? What are you saying?
I said Will was a good come up. She's a savage. She saw Will as a good come up. He's a
I think she
good boy,
got
good
married
dude.
to him because she was pregnant and her mom didn't want her to be a single mother.
She's from Baltimore. They used to single mothers. I don't know.
Oh, don't no.
I'm not disclaiming that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't.
Don't start that
single
shit.
mothers. Single mothers is a constant thing. I think she saw Will as a come up. He was popping. She always been a cloud chaser.
Or she's just been focused on her career. Is that
Nah, she
exactly
ain't never been focused
clout
on her career.
chasing?
She ain't never been focused on her career. There's plenty of actresses.
No, Hawthorne.
She's never been focused on her career. You can tell she's not. She's lazy. You can tell she never been focused on her career.
Why do you
What
think that
in
she
her?
was lazy?
Yeah, damn
I think if
Skippy
you look at her
MTR.
contemporaries, whether the Gabrielle Unions or whatever, like anybody in that time period, if you look at who was really focused on their career, Jada, she had the talent, but she really she was a Pac and stuff like. You could tell which way she was moving, and she wasn't really focused on actually perfecting her craft.
I completely disagree
she's
with
a
that.
come-upper.
So you're saying her work and her choosing to be on Hawthorne or what was it that
Her recent
Gotham
works.
channel? That's not, or excuse me, TV show wasn't a good career move for her. That wasn't her focusing
No,
on.
no. I think she's doing that now. That when she was on Gotham, the Batman. You talking about the Batman show?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that's now. If you look at her work previously with Jason Lyric and like when she was at that time period when she was dating Tupac, I think she was more focused on the coming. But I think now she's more focused on herself, Red Table Talk, and her identity. But if you could tell, she had that Baltimore mentality when she was younger. She was a clout chaser.
Okay. All right, guys.
jeez.
Sweet. Thanks for calling in. We gotta move on to the next
Salud.
call.
Thank you
Appreciate
for the
you
phone call.
wholeheartedly. All right.
Bye, guys.
Take care. Next to the stage, you guys already know we gotta go with the Patreon supporters utmost first. Boogie to the building. What's good, my G?
What's poppin'?
What's good, bro? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you good, man.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So there's lots of fireworks outside my place. So just in case. Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro, we can hear you good.
All right. So there was a segment where MTR told Blue Pill Song that it's not safe or wise to lead by emotions. Okay.
Boogie, keep talking, bro. Oh, we might have lost Boogie. All right, Boogie, we might have lost you, bro. All right, let me get Boogie out there. Next to the stage, Hood Magic. What's good, my G?
Can you
All
hear
right,
me?
Hood Magic's not ready. Next to the stage, who we got? Battle Rifle. How are you, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Chilling, bro. How are you?
I'm doing good. Oh man, I don't know what's going on. It seems like it's kind of late on my screen. But anyway, how you doing? I think I disagree with. Sorry about that. It's firecrackers going crazy over here. But anyway, I think I don't. I disagree with this whole, mindset of just that. Just because Will Smith is, you know, the guy who takes these type of, roles with like Jada Pinkett or being in an open relationship makes him a narcissist and whatnot. Where's the evidence to support that he's a narcissist in your mind? Like, it just
Very
doesn't
true.
add up to me.
All right, good question, Battle Rifle. I appreciate the question, man. All right, you heard his question?
Yeah, it was towards me. I just want to make sure you're talking to me or talking to MTR.
I took him off there. I want to answer and then kind of move on to the next one.
Okay, so I want to talk about his relationships in real life. And if you look at his divorce beforehand and things like that, there to me, and I am speculating that that he has poor relationships, and he seems to be someone who is driven by fame And his cost of fame is usually relationships, and you can see in his kids and his wife, who was sleeping with another person, that the cost of him being Tupac, or what he wanted to be Tupac, was that his wife doesn't really love him, and he did not address her needs, and he chose poorly. He doesn't have love in his relationship with his wife or with his kids. I think he's a narcissist, and that's speculation. I'm not saying it's facts. That's why we're reviewing. You go back and give me some more. You give me some facts. I know I saw a couple of people talk about Tupac and Jada went to school together, but that's a totally different conversation. Will is a narcissist. Go ahead. Bring him back.
Next to the stage, Uncle Chris. What's good, my G?
I am well. How are you, sir? What's
Man,
up, Blue Pill
it's
Sam?
good to see you, man. Hope all is well, man. What you got for us?
I'm humble. Thank you. I guess I don't know whose side I'm on right now. I'm just gonna give my perspective on it. It's Will and Jada have had a weird marriage since we've known that they were married, and they were always talking about how they had their own little thing going on. So it doesn't really shock me that Jada would do something like that. My issue is he said something like stuff like that. I don't believe in telling like that, especially when you knew what was going on from the jump. Maybe Jada didn't want that out there like that. You understand what I'm saying? I think that's my whole perspective on it. They've been doing that since forever.
I don't. So here's my thing: is that if you listen to them talk about it on Red Table Talk, they vehemently denied an open relationship. They vehemently denied, entering additional people into their relationship. They talked about being from married to a life partnership. They talked about that shit, but they hadn't talked specifically about that. So I think in order to hear this this information that comes from August, it puts it into question. But at the end of the day, we don't know what the fuck happened. You know, and a component of that is
Right.
gonna be
Somebody
August.
lying.
There's got to be August's side of the story. There's going to be Will and Jada's side of the story, and then there's going to be the truth, right? There's going to be something in the middle of that. So it's like, within all of that, you have to extract the pieces to the puzzle as what we have with the information that we have right now. And I know, like, this is the way that I'm coming up to the culmination of the way that I'm trying to articulate my position and my points is based off of what we know. What I'm not trying to do is to put intuition or how I feel about the situation into it as much, because I'm looking at the information that is presented to us, and I know that people lie. So there's only but so much that you can come across with that. But I know, like, at the end of the day, here's what I think, and I'm maintaining my point. I'm sticking to the structure of my initial point. Will came in bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Now Will is more of a MGTOW, or at least he's very keen to red pill, and he's focusing on his own happiness. And what he came out with is that, hey, me focusing in on these relationships are not leading to a degree of happiness within that. Sam, you vehemently disagree with that, right?
Yeah, I think Auntie Viv told you who Will was a long time ago. Will's a narcissist. Will has always been someone who doesn't connect emotionally, looking for a way to come out of Philly. I think he's grimy. And he's been about that since day one. And if that's not the case, then it may not be the case. But to me, all the signs point to that Will has always been a man of trying to come up. And that's just how I see it.
I'm gonna agree with Sam on this only because I follow Patrice O'Neal's philosophy of it's always the man's fault, even if it ain't the man's fault. Maybe there was something that Will was doing that caused Jada to go that route. You know what I'm saying? It's always our fault. We as men always do something that triggers something in a woman's mind that she can go do something and it'd be okay. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's on Will too. I do, however, believe that Steph Curry is to blame for Aisha Curry's statement.
I think Sam.
Hey, listen, hey, we don't run that back. Hey, Uncle Chris. Hey, my G, I got something for you. I got something behind the scenes for that. Hey, stay tuned to the next one. I know, because you see how MTR does me, right? He likes to throw in another subject matter that I got to go do. I can do my homework work for y'all for that from the Blue Pill side. But He did that for me.
Oh, can I address one more thing before I get off of here?
Okay, go ahead.
I see a lot of when I see men talk about how they feel about marriage, and when I hear women talk about what they want out of a marriage, I see one thing. We are terrified. We really, really are. We are terrified. Men are terrified of getting taken for half of what we have. Women are terrified of relinquishing that power and actually being a woman to get a husband. Maybe if we got over that, we could grow.
I think fear is a beta trait. I think
It is.
I think what you're hitting on is why we're having a problem. It's fear on both sides. But if you go in it, if you don't let the woman have an emotional connection to somebody else, so she gets out of a relationship, it starts with the male, and that's truly alpha male. And a part of the blue pill.
You guys are ridiculous.
Okay,
go ahead, keep talking.
I'm sorry, but listen, we're not going to go into it. I think this deserves further discussion. We got some people on the sidelines, but I appreciate you, my G.
No problem, man. Not a problem. MTR, you already know how it is with me. You know how it is with me.
Shout out to the Patreon gang.
But yeah.
Shout out to Uncle Chris. I appreciate that.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.
He's a deep thinker. I love it.
Yeah, man. Let's keep on talking about it. All right, man. I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt, man. Y'all be safe.
All right, man. Peace. What did you say? You said fear is a beta trait?
Yeah, fear is a beta trait. I live in abundance.
Fear is an emotion.
I agree.
I don't think you should let fear govern you, but it's good to have an understanding of what to be fearful of.
Okay.
That's like saying it's a beta trait to
No.
Hold on.
No, don't.
Bro, you gotta let me finish the sentence.
I just don't want you to lead into it.
But
I
you
just
gotta
want
let
to
me
agree
finish
with
the
you what you said. I want you to agree with
you gotta
what
let me
you
finish
said.
the sentence.
All right, go ahead.
You gotta let me finish the sentence. That's like I'm standing on top of a skyscraper and you looking at me and I'm saying, yo, I'm fearful that I'm standing on this ledge right here, and you say, yo, but fear is a beta trait. So I'm saying you should have a rational understanding of that emotion. You should have a rational understanding. I don't think you should work in it because because fear can turn to anxiety, and then you start trembling and shaking, and then you make a weird decision. I don't know if fear is a beta trait. I think it's an emotion, but you got to know how to control the emotion.
It is a beta trait only because it leads to the alpha trait of overcoming that fear. You need fear to be able to overcome it to become alpha. And that's what I'm speaking at. I agree with you. I'm not arguing that. It exists. I recognize it. You have a flight mode. I've studied it. It's there. But when you fear marriage because somebody's taking half of it, you're automatically saying to yourself,
that's not beta.
That's
beta.
Go ahead. I'm just saying my point is I believe that's beta because you fear that you haven't chosen the right person and that you have no control over it and that society is going to go so powerful that because of your poor decision, this person is going to get half. But some people are happily married and they're not worried about her getting half. And they're not worried about it because they truly are alpha. Because they believe that they have the power of their life and they're controlling. All these people who believe in all that, you're beta in that mindset because you fear the ring because you fear of society and all that type of stuff. But Dr. Dre, if you fear, then it's beta to me. That's just how I feel. It's either fight or flight. And if I'm fighting, that's alpha. If I'm flying, that's beta. That's just how I'm saying.
I think it's. Wow. I don't know how we got here. I think it's I get what you're saying, bro, but it's just the difference between blue pill and red pill. I think it's very different. Cuz I'm saying like you could look at data and I'm saying you can look at data and you can have a conclusion based off of what you see in front of you.
True G's don't care about
the
data.
50% that have gotten divorced, how many of those do you think that thought that they made a good decision going into it?
I believe true alpha man.
No, answer the question. Of the 50%.
No. I'm not answering the question because I don't believe
because if you answer the question, it totally flips your logic.
No, because you want somebody to automatically start where you're starting off. You're so low on this numbers and stuff like that. True men, no numbers can dictate my power and my ability in this world. Your beta mindset of numbers and all that kind of stuff, data, what's the data? Data says I'm a black man.
Oh my God.
Data says listen, if I were going off of
Did
data.
you say data was beta?
Yeah, data's beta. If I would say as a black
Oh
man,
my God.
where's my percentage as a black man to be successful?
It's hard.
What's my odds?
It's hard. It's hard for me. I mean,
Data's beta.
No. If you let the fear control you.
Data
yes.
is beta.
Oh my gosh. You just go by feelings.
Listen, we have a spiritual power that overcomes all numbers
Oh my
and all
gosh.
things, and emotional power that is stronger. It is stronger than anything you could ever quantify.
You're trying to say things in order to win. You're not saying things that make
I'm
sense.
blue pill Sam.
I think you're saying things that are very damaging to young men.
Whatever. I'm gonna say what I believe in.
You could keep saying it, but I think it's extremely damaging to
Well,
go into.
that is your judgment.
Number one, to call
That is-
fear beta. I think that is extremely damaging
It is
to
a
young
beta
men.
response. It's a lower form of response.
If you let fear control you, yes, I agree with you.
it's still a.
But you have to recognize it.
In order to have alpha, you have to have beta. There's no way around it. If you like numbers and logic, you can't have a beta.
I can't believe that
You said
just
fear
said
is
that.
an alpha response. No, it's not an alpha response.
I didn't say that at all, bro.
Listen,
I didn't say that at all.
I have no idea what you're saying. What I'm
I
saying
don't,
is
because you're not listening.
I am very listening. I'm listening. You're just not agreeing with me.
No. I'm listening.
We don't
to you.
agree on where the starting point is. I don't believe data is the.
You said data's beta.
I do. Listen, I will never let numbers determine where I'm going to be in life.
Oh God! What I'm saying is that listen, you could look at the rate of me getting into a Harvard, and you could let that fear control you, where you not want to even try to get into a Harvard. And I'm saying that's beta. I said I'm gonna try on that, on top of that, because I know my skill sets. However, if I feel like I am not adequate enough to get in there, what are the things that I have to do to learn more about how I can get into a Harvard? I'm not gonna let the fear control me. On the flip side, but if all of the chips are stacked up against me, perhaps that there's a different mindset that I can put in within my life to increase my chance to get into that institution. Perhaps that's what I'm saying. That's what they're saying.
No,
one of those
that's
things
beta.
is the understanding of nature,
That's beta.
of how humans are human beings.
Spiritual power,
But
and
you're
emotional
saying
able
no.
to overcome
Bump the data. Let's just feel our way into the situations. Let's
Trust me.
feel
There's
our
something-
way.
There's something you can't quantify, and I want you to understand this. I know you can't.
Data is beta. I need you to put that on the shirt, bro.
Data is beta.
Oh my God! So science is beta too.
I didn't say science.
Math is beta
I said
too.
Data is beta. Science is
Math
actually,
is beta.
I didn't say math.
Research
is
is
beta. I
beta?
said data is beta. Data.
I feel like, do you walk around with no mask
Listen,
on? Because
I don't know if any of y'all ever take statistics, right? Data is what you start with. You start off with Harvard as your goal instead of HBCU. Harvard data is controlled by what your control element is.
I'm trying, y'all.
Your chi-square, your bell curve, whatever you want to talk about. And we ain't gonna get real deep into this. 'Cause I don't feel like getting real deep into this. What I'm saying is, whoever sets the stage determines the outcome. But if you actually allow yourself to understand that, despite the data, despite the Harvards or whatever, you still that doesn't quantify, doesn't justify how great you are. Because I got a degree from Harvard. Who gives a fuck about none of that shit? When you understand emotional and spiritual power, none of that shit that's all that's beta. That's what true alpha.
if you ever make a YouTube channel, that's got to be one of your
I ain't got
slogans.
time for this shit.
Data is beta.
Go ahead.
He said it first. Here today. 40 acres in a mill.
You feel me?
Listen.
Get to the money.
I want you to look at the numbers of COVID, and I want you to wear a mask. I don't like the
Oh my
intubation.
God. Oh my God.
So
Oh my
are you
God.
saying based off of the COVID data, it's just like fuck it, I don't gotta do a mask. Data's beta. Fuck them. Huh?
No. No.
What?
No.
Whoa.
He always has to go to the medical side of it. This shit's wild.
And you are
You got
a,
people waiting. Can we get a call in?
Listen, every time that I say a point that you can't combat, you got people waiting.
I got things.
Data is beta.
What's good, Boogie? I see you saluting.
What up, Boogie? How are you, G?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. We gotta make it through one last point from you, and we gotta move on. We got a ton of other people down in there, bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna give. So first of all, Blue Pill Sam, you remind me of my 6 days. I get every time I see you, man.
Talk, Boogie.
I'm just being honest. But I'm gonna give you a chance to redeem yourself, Blue Pill Sam, right?
But give me everything.
MTR said you should lead with logic. You said a man should lead with emotions, right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you a question. When Will Smith met Jada, and Jada said she didn't want to marry him or to get married, and then Will Smith convinced or chased or over pursued, and then ended up marrying Jada. At that point in life, did Will Smith lead with emotions or logic?
Sorry, he was doing something. So you saying when Will Smith asked Jada to marriage, even though Jada said no, she doesn't really like marriage. You
Yeah,
asked me if Will Smith was leading with logic or emotion.
at that time, yeah.
He was doing the logic because he wants to be Tupac. Good
Wait, what?
try.
No, what? Wait. Back up, nigga. What?
Yeah, I think what my underlying argument is Will is a narcissist. He wants to be the man. He's from Philly, right?
So
He
you are saying,
wants Jada on the arm because Pac was an actor. He wants it all. He wants to be a rap album. He wants to be an actor. He wants to be the father of the year. He wants all this shit. You feel me? So I think I understand where you're coming from because you set the stage, and MTR loves to do that, right? What I'm telling you is Will has been a clout chaser from day one, and Viv told y'all, dark skin Viv, by the way, not the light skin one. Dark told y'all about Will. Y'all keep trying to act like Will is some sort of emotionally. That's the actor side of him. The boy chilled in Miami, been smashing broads. He's so red pill you probably wouldn't even understand it. He is a logically driven, clout chasing, Scientology. He's so numbers that you have no idea, bro.
so Sam, you are saying men should lead with emotions, right?
Yeah.
So are you saying when I approach a girl and then she says no to me and I keep trying, am I leading with emotions or logic by over pursuing and trying to
You're
convince?
not listening to your emotions. This person is not emotionally connected to you. She doesn't want you, bro.
Nani?
You're not leading with emotion. You're not understanding that there's no emotional connection to you. If you had emotion, if you understood your emotional intelligence,
No,
you would
Sam.
recognize. Hold on.
Sam, no, Sam.
Can I
I'm
answer
not
real quick? I'll give you a
asking.
chance. I'll give you a
Wait,
chance. I promise. I feel you. If
Go
you
ahead.
recognize your emotional intelligence, you would automatically, this girl ain't feeling you. If she has the balls to tell you that she doesn't want to be married, you should. That's an emotional intelligence. Like, bro, there's no chemistry.
I get what you're saying, but I'm asking you, if a woman says no to me and I keep pursuing, am I using logic to over pursue or am I using emotions to keep
It's
pursuing?
depending on what your aims are, what your goal is.
It doesn't matter. Am I using
No, because the
emotions or
alpha
logic?
male, it does matter. What you do matters. You do not depend on a woman. If you are alpha male, what you do matter. If you continue to pursue, what is the reasoning why? Do you want the skins? You like that ass? Like, what is the reason?
Okay, but Sam,
I start with the male only. I don't blame the female. I'm not beta.
no, I'm not blaming nobody. I'm asking you a simple question. If a man is over pursuing a woman, is he using his emotions or his logic? Because I would
He
think
should use
logic.
his emotions. I'm telling you, he should
Exactly.
use his emotions.
What's that?
I'm telling you, he should use his emotions. He
So
should use emotional intelligence.
did Will use emotions to pursue Jada into
No,
marriage?
he wants to be Tupac. He used logic, his old come up. He had a girl.
It makes no sense, Boogie. I'm so sorry.
He gets bad chicks all the time. There's
Boogie.
no problem.
I've been
wants
trying.
fame. It's a logical
Boogie.
move to him.
It's just
He knew Jada would give him the trophy that he
listen. Data's
Sam,
data. So
logic is Sam. Logic is when a woman says no to you and you move on and
No, that's not
realize
logic.
if Sharon doesn't like you, Brenda will like you. That's
No.
logic.
What's his name? Boogie? Boogie?
Boogie
You start
talk.
with the fact that you're clout chasing, you trying to move to the top. It only makes sense that you find you a bad chick like Beyonce, Hillary Clinton, or Jada, despite the emotions. And that's why he's in a situation right now where
Bro,
his
I
girl
mean,
gets
Sam,
smashed
you know,
by a guy with emotional intelligence because he was looking for the fame and his whole family structure is trash. And any red pill person who moves like that is gonna get his whole family structure smashed to pieces. I appreciate you, Boogie, though. I love how you try to set me up, though. Hey, come better, bro. Come see me, man. Come see me.
Boogie, you did everything right. I don't know. You know,
But
it's
Sam,
just
you need to stop. You
It's
literally
not.
didn't make
it's
me.
damaging.
It's damaging.
It's super damaging.
Whatever, man.
When
Sam,
you said data is beta, you know, first of all, you got to put it on a hat and a T-shirt. I want you to do that. But at that
Sam.
point, when you say data is beta, when I think of data, I think about logic, and when I think about logic, I think about being able to communicate in a way which says A, then B, then C, or 2 + 2 is 4, and those. And the basics of those logics can only be true always. And the thing is like the more that we continue to talk, and then like you're grabbing all of these different, and the pylon is moving all of the, and then the comparisons and the analogies, it's smoke screens, bro.
Sam, I
Smoke
just want to
screens.
let you know, Sam, you have blue pill rage. MTR, you gotta tell Sam that he has blue pill rage, and that's the truth.
Yo! He's got blue pill rage.
That's the
He's got
truth.
blue pill rage.
We-
I've never heard of that term. I think that you have it.
I'm angry.
Blue pill rage.
I'm infuriated.
Like,
Oh
Like-
shit!
I'm annoyed.
You just made it up, Boogie.
no, like nobody can act that ignorant of life. Like I can't. I used to be a simp, but I
Yeah.
would know when a woman doesn't like me. I would know, you know. But Sam is beyond. Like I can't even believe it. I think he's a comedian.
It's
To be
ridiculous.
honest.
They think I'm out here trolling, but I'm dead ass. I be dead
No,
ass. serious.
you know, we gotta show some of your receipts as well. Boogie,
Yeah, we
Boogie,
got you on
Boogie.
receipts later.
We got a couple other people that's down into the chat, man. I appreciate you wholeheartedly, my G. Thank you for coming through.
Hey,
For those who
Boogie.
don't know, Boogie got a YouTube
Listen,
channel.
he came up with the uppercut.
Yeah, guys,
I was
I got
bobbing and weaving. He
channel
came
Blue-
up with it.
Your
Boogie
bob and
talk-
weave is it just disrespects logic.
He was shadow boxing. I was with it.
Listen,
Guys,
you should
if
be a
you want to see
politician,
my
bro.
real life blue pill Sam like stories, the way I used to act like Sam, I used to buy girls flowers and bags on first
I love
date.
flowers, bro.
I used to
I
do all
buy
that
girl
shit.
flowers.
You
Listen,
wanna
I
see
like
my
roses.
stories?
Roses.
Check out my channel.
Roses. I buy flowers and I take them on $250 dates to Ruth Chris. I got Ruth Chris back there. You feel me?
I want
Hey.
you to email Derek Jackson. I want you guys to have.
Hey, Derrick Jackson, my idol. But anyway, go ahead. We rolling.
I'm pissed.
Salute.
Boogie, thank you, bro.
All right, peace.
We gotta bring a lady through real quick.
All right.
We gotta bring a lady through real quick. Jazara, how are you?
We say it right?
I'm doing fine. It's me, Jafrika. I just changed it because a lot of people.
Oh,
could not
Jafrikwa,
pronounce
you went over and
Jafrika.
changed your name.
Switched it up.
Yeah.
all the time.
How are you?
I'm doing good,
Are,
but
are
just
you on a scale of 1 to 10? Or how disgusted are you with Blue Pill Sam?
I'm not. That's
What?
the thing.
Oh, be still my heart. Oh my God, Lord. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
I'm not. The thing is, I kind of disagree with some of what he's saying,
Yeah.
but not everything. I wanted to ask him if he believes that it is a man's responsibility to make his woman happy.
His responsibility to what?
Make a woman happy.
He's gonna say yes. he's gonna say yes.
I want to hear it from him.
All right. He'll be back out here in a quick second.
Because
And the thing is that I wish that he didn't hear my answer because I don't want to. He's coming right back out here in a second.
He knows at the prep.
Not only is he,
I'm very good at defending myself.
he's back here.
All right, what would I
So
miss?
so
What
the
I miss?
question is it your job to what is it, to make a woman happy, to please
yeah,
a
is
woman?
it the man's responsibility to make a woman happy?
Is it a man's responsibility to make a woman happy?
It's a good question. Is it a man's responsibility to make a woman happy? No.
Mhm.
You were born.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I saw you barking up MTR earlier saying meet her needs, and I was like, what the hell?
I think a
Even
man
though
in
us women-
abundance is, I think if you look at like the general, like, just from a biblical standpoint of being the shepherd of a field and being the gardener of a field, you meet people's needs. In my business field as a real estate agent, I meet people's needs, housing. I think a man is naturally a provider, and he meets people's needs. And so I think when it comes to, we talk about alpha male, I think tapping into your ability to provide is a major strength. If you're not meeting your woman's needs, that's because you're not being able to provide that, and that's a flaw.
I agree with that, but based on the Will and Jada situation, I don't think what she has are necessarily needs. Because sometimes what a woman wants in order to satisfy her needs requires the man or herself to defy their marital vows. What then do you do?
So let's look at Will as a provider. He has millions of dollars, right? Gave her kids, gave her everything else.
Mm-hmm.
What is August Alsina? If I looked at the situation before I came on the show, I wanted to look at it and like, why would August Alsina even have the audacity to be able to say that he had a relationship with Jada? And only logical conclusion you can have is
Mental
that
health.
well, mental health issues one, if he's just screaming out of it. But say he's got pictures with Jada, he's got some. So outside of mental health issues, it was apparently her needs were being met in some kind of way. So I took that and so I went back. I was like, what about who has Jada dated? Tupac. What is Tupac? If you ask a female, a lot of times I ask about Tupac, what do they like about Tupac? Dear Mama, his emotional connection. Tupac had a very good understanding of emotional intelligence. That's what makes his music more than just lyrics like Biggie. It was a very emotional connection with him. And I saw that in August. And I said to myself, so Will doesn't really have depth. He must not be meeting her emotional needs.
Well, that could be an assumption because we also hear Jada say that she didn't like the whole concept of what marriage entails. So, part of me wants to assume that she's probably talking about monogamy too. We don't know what the specific reason is, but it could be a lot of stuff.
Right. And so if we're going to go in here and everything's under review, if you look at this, and everybody's had their opinions, right? And we don't know until she sits down with herself and has a red table talk about what's true and what's not. So right now we're still, and listen, I'll come back on here if she goes in there and says she's never talked to Augustina and he's just having a mental health breakdown. But if she comes on there and she says, I made a mistake, I cheated, Will didn't give me permission, but Will understood that August was a young man.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
yeah. We're gonna see. It's very interesting. We're gonna. Hey, listen. I'm gonna come back on here and we're gonna definitely talk about it. But
But why is it? Mhm.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was telling you to go ahead and finish.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is that Will never gave him permission. That's not the true situation. What he said was, I blame Jada for even entertaining such a young man with such ignorance, and I'm not judging you. I know I had issues in my relationship. I know I wasn't meeting her needs. And I know how you guys end up in a situation. He didn't give permission. He understood why she cheated. And then they moved to their sides of the house, and then they had whatever situation it was.
Well,
Then they had that situation where they're like, I'm not leaving you. Huh?
Are we looking at it as cheating if August said that he got his blessing? Even though he claimed
your
that he
mic is
didn't
very
do it?
low, Jafrequent.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, I was saying, are we looking at it as cheating if August Alsina claims that he got Will's blessing?
Right, but August Alsina is someone who is young and naive and has a lot of other issues. He believed he got permission. Really, Will was like, I know Jada. I know why she did it. We had this whole conversation. I lived at my side of the house. We almost got a divorce over this. We decided to stick into it. August, I didn't give you permission. I found out about you, and I tried to heal my relationship. That's what I think happened. That's my theory. I don't know if it's true. We're going to see.
Just real quick, I think far too often we look at situations like this and those that are similar, and I got the picture up on the screen so you guys can see it. We all know that August has some mental health issues. He's got some issues. The fact of the matter is if this was Will and some young lady that we all know has mental health issues, Will would be dragged through the motherfucking dirt right now. And a lot of people are not talking about that particular scenario and situation. I think that even if you look at look at the way that his hand is placed on her hip, right? There's obviously something that is happening there, and some others can say that maybe she didn't know that he was gonna be doing that at the same time, and the photo was taken, so it's out of context. But at the same time, like, there's a bit of grossness that goes along with this that I feel like a lot of us have not talked about because it is a older woman and a younger man, irrespective of him being 20,
It's
whatever.
because of feminism, that's why.
But you're a
Don't fight
feminist.
me now.
I'm a feminist, but I see where she's going. I'm not ready to discuss that quite yet, but I'm glad we're getting to this point because people are overlooking Jada's predatory nature. And
Okay.
we're gonna
I'm
talk
happy you
about
said
it.
that.
We're gonna talk about it, but I think she's giving me something to think about. You know what? Next time I come on, you first up because I got something for that. I think she's not really being feminine.
She's just being horny. Jafrequa, shout out. I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate
One
the
thing
thoughts.
before I go,
Yeah.
can I say to Sam that I just want to apologize for the last time I spoke to you on the stream about spending 250, where I said I would walk all over you. You know, that was very aggressive and non-feminine of me. So I'm sorry.
Queen, it's nothing but love, and I'm glad we can have a conversation and we start with understanding there. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Jafrequa, we appreciate you. All right. Thank you, mama.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Just real quick, let me go through some of the super chats. Shout out to the good man. MTR don't even know how his logic goes against him in marriage. Interesting point. Let's read the rest of it. Are you gonna apply all that to marriage if you sub that for getting into Harvard? That's a really hard 2 sentences for me to interpret. I don't really know what he's talking about. Everybody don't know how his logic goes against.
Throw another super chat up and explain yourself. I think that's kind of a difficult sentence.
Yeah, guys, if you guys are putting up super chats, just make sure that we have the appropriate context to be able to answer to your specific question or
we
statement.
definitely want to. I think he's getting on something with Harvard.
Are you gonna apply all that to marriage if you sub that for getting into Harvard?
So marriage, Harvard? Clarify that for us.
I don't know what he's talking
We'll
about.
look for it in the chat.
Well, I had an analogy earlier where I was talking about fear.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it. I just don't know where he's coming from. We have to.
That's a tough one for me to decipher, Goodman. Okay. Put another message down in there, and then I will try to read it if I see it.
Yeah, we'll honor that because you gave a super chat earlier.
Oh, he says I'm behind on the super chat. Look, he's writing down.
I apologize.
Yeah, we're far behind, guys. We're not gonna be on here too much longer. We gotta get up out of here. We got ish to do tonight, by the way. But the Goodman was going in. Shout out to David Quinn. Your boy denies logic and data. He's done for. Data is beta. That's the quote of the night. Jeez, I may have to change the title of the video because of that. Yeah. And folks, throw a like on the video. We should have over 200 likes right now.
Yeah, we've been consistently over 200 people.
Shout out to Sean Bills. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Sam talks in circles purposely to try to sound correct. I think he knows that. I'll be honest with you. Being able to logically reason is what separates humans from other animals.
Higher being knowledge.
Do you talk in circles in order to sound correct?
No, I think I listen and I try to stick to what I'm trying to say. I think what you can't do is allow someone to dictate the terms when you're talking about a conversation. If I have to battle you on logic and things like that,
yeah,
then like, okay, I have to battle you like, all right, Will Smith is beta. I have to automatically accept this initial argument. And I don't feel like people initially accept that Will Smith is beta. I don't think he's a beta. I think he's a narcissist, and he got into a situation where he wasn't meeting his girl's needs, and he allowed for all this chaos to happen, right? So I think you think I'm running in circles, but I don't allow myself to be set into a situation where you set the chessboard. This is what Will Smith is. Immediately, as soon as I came on here, I was like, Will Smith is not who you think he is. And I think that was a mind-blowing. And that's why I asked you if you saw Will Smith as someone did you like him when you were growing up? Did you feel like connection? Because we get confused with what the actor is and what he really is. If you look at his family, look at his wife, you can tell this man has an emotional, shallow, non-relational thing because they don't really have a connection with him. And you can tell they don't have a connection. If you watch, if we go over a Red Table Talk and look at it, the kids are like, oh yeah, they don't really have a connection with Will. So I don't agree with the initial statement that Will is blue pill. He's a narcissist.
There he is. Shout out to the good man. Ask Blue Pill Sam, going on a date tomorrow, how much should I spend on her? Shout out to
Hey,
good
listen, man. If she's did you do your research? Did you do your background check?
$250.
$250.
Good man says up here, damn it, I have to explain my point, shaking my head. Bro, we didn't get it.
Tried. I tried to give you that.
We tried to read it, bro.
I don't know what the hell that bit.
I don't know what he was talking about. Maybe it was very situational for what exactly we were talking about at that point. Shout out to the Goodman again. Eve had the whole garden and cheated for the apple. They will never truly be satisfied.
Listen, let me have to educate. I love y'all theologians out here. Man, listen. Who was in charge? Not Eve. It was Adam. You start with Adam, and y'all some beta motherfuckers. God damn. Y'all some beta motherfuckers. Always looking at the girl. Always starting with the woman. It starts with the man. Y'all read what the hell y'all fucking subscribe to? Adam was in charge of the garden. Okay, next person. I can't take these goofy.
I haven't been to church in a while, so I don't know. Shout out to all the super chats that have come through here tonight and show love, respect, and support. We should be over 200 likes, by the way. I appreciate that.
We close.
Listen, how much more time do you have, by the way, bro?
Bro, it's a holiday, right? It's not my holiday, but it's a holiday.
I mean, you want to keep on going? We could definitely go through the rest of these calls,
good.
bro.
I'm enjoying myself.
All right.
You got stamina? You good? You got.
I mean, I did 6 hours last night, so I'm tired. But we can keep on going right now. We have a couple of listeners down in here. Next to the stage, DED.
Oh, hey, what's up? Can you guys hear me?
What's up, bro? How are you?
Salute.
I'm great. It's Doggy Dog, actually.
Doggy Dog. Okay, DED. Okay.
Yeah, so I got a couple things.
Doggy Dog. Yeah, I see you down into the comment. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so there's a couple things I could bring up, but I'll hit on a couple.
Okay.
First, yesterday you guys were talking about brand and marriages. I think it's good to remember that a brand for marriage is just a way for us to leverage a couple's relationship with societal expectations. And that's like why someone would want to get married. And if you're rich, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, even though they might not actually love each other, it benefits them because people will look at them with the societal expectation, oh, marriages are good. They are better than us. Let's follow them. They have some sort of advantage, and it makes them make more money. And then that's just a pin on that. But here's a question I have for Sam. Would you let your wife convince you to stay at home with the children?
Well, that was totally opposite of what your initial. Right. Let me. I'll lead to that. I'll answer your question after. So, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, as you know, Lemonade and all things like that, because I think there is a transactional relationship there, and there is a money chasing issue, and that's why they have issues. But anyway, all right. So, what was the last question?
Would you let your wife convince you to stay at home with the children?
Yes.
So that is very blue pill, because she can then turn around later on and hold it against you for not upholding male responsibilities.
Well,
What do you think
I'm a
about
realtor,
that?
and I can spend plenty of time with my
That's
kids.
dishonest. I mean, that's just ingenuous, man.
There's no. I'm dead serious.
You know what I mean by stay at home with the children, like be the primary.
I mean, I stay at home. I'm a male. I stay at home more than I actually go to work.
So your wife is the primary breadwinner.
I'm at the daycare. I'm picking up them. I'm just being really transparent with you.
Okay.
I have an open schedule. I did what I need to do. I got insurance for life in the military. I'm straight to the motherfucker. You feel me?
So you were in the military?
Yes. I was in the military.
Okay, so it's a little different situation. So take yourself out of your position, I guess, because you have, stable passive income and you're already in the military. So it's not really the same. Most people aren't in the military. Most people aren't in your position.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Exactly. So if you were the average guy, would you think the average guy should let his wife be the primary breadwinner?
No, the average guy should be a provider. Next question.
Why?
I think it's natural for us to plant seeds and be provider, and I think that's the alpha trait.
No. Why? How does that benefit them?
Biologically, so if you're having sex with somebody, you plant a seed, sperm, or whatever the case may be. I think it's natural for us to, and I think women are the soil, and then they multiply your seed. But it doesn't start with the woman; it starts with the man.
So you think when women dissolve relationships because of financial issues, it's because the man didn't plant seeds in
Right.
her?
So that means he's either one, he's not providing where he needs to be, if that's why she's dissolving the relationship, or the soil that he planted it in did not multiply and he picked the wrong soil
But he's
or
doing what she
the
asked.
wrong woman. If it
She
makes
asked him to
sense.
stay home.
Say again.
She asked him to stay at home and be the.
Yeah. If you stay at home and you sacrifice your ability to provide, then you deserve to be divorced.
So wait, you want to listen to women, but when they tell you to do something, you shouldn't listen to them.
I don't
But
mind
in other
being at
situations,
home and staying at home, but as a man, as a provider, I figure out it's something. Okay, if I stay at home and it allows her to have her job, but it starts with me, as in I'm meeting her need, but I'm not also slacking on my ability to provide.
but she asked you to be part of the family situation where you stay
Yeah, that's
home
fine.
and you
I
don't
don't I
want
don't
to.
have any problem being part of a family situation. I don't have a problem like what? I'm a boss. Like that's nothing to me. I got it. What you want? What you like? That's
All
not,
this
that's not
is
negative.
all this I'm connecting. The reason I brought this up is because essentially Will put himself in the situation where he accepted Jada's mentality of kind of not being traditional, and now it's biting him in the butt. And you're holding
No,
him
because
against
you're
it.
assuming that Will is not a narcissist. You're not starting with Will being the fact that he wanted Jada as a trophy, and he tried to be. He never looked at her, and that's why she cheated on his dumb ass.
Wait, so
Listen, you're automatically assuming you're giving Will the benefit of the doubt. That's where
but
you're
you're saying he's a
flooding.
narcissist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am
Well,
so
even if he's a
confused. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Listen. We gotta.
okay,
Oh,
I'll let you
the
go.
fireworks are going crazy over there. Dog eat dog. I appreciate you for calling in, my G,
Salute.
wholeheartedly. Next to the stage, and we're gonna move it to ask one question, and then we gotta move on to the next
We got
one.
so many. I'm sorry.
James,
It's
what's
popping.
good, bro?
Hey, how's it going? Can you go hear me?
Yes, sir. What question do you have for either Blue Pill Sam or myself?
Yeah, really quick. So, what is this distinction that you keep mentioning about Dr. Dre, Sam?
Yeah, we didn't really get to Dr. Dre. So Dr. Dre is going
No,
through a
I don't want
divorce.
anything in depth. I just want you mentioned a distinction about Dr. Dre's situation multiple times. Say it really quick if you don't mind. That way I have it correct.
I don't know what distinction he's talking
You said that his situation is different in some way, as if he's not scared to get a divorce or something right now. You recall that?
I recall the abundance mindset. We haven't talked about Dr. Dre. That'll be a next video we talked about, but we didn't really go into it. So I didn't give you a clear definition of what I was talking about.
Okay, never
Wait,
mind.
so hold on. This seems to be happening a lot. It seems to be people calling in and then wanting engaging in dialogue. Let's ask a overarching question that like we can then take in and have a conversation about.
Yeah,
so like, what's the overarching question, James? What would you like
The
Sam
overarching
or I to
question
answer?
was if Dr. Dre was viewed differently in terms of his divorce compared to that of Will Smith's situation, what makes Dr. Dre's situation different compared to that of Will Smith's?
That's a good question.
Okay, fantastic question,
Fantastic
bro.
question.
Let's talk about that real quick. Thank you for calling in, bro.
So Dr. Dre is going through a actual divorce. Will Smith decided to stay in his marriage. Right? He said, "I'm not leaving the marriage no matter what."
So, but
Well, I just
You
want
can
to-
keep
I just
on
want to
talking.
continue, and then I'll let
Go
you
ahead,
and
bro.
talk. So the difference is that his wife has decided to go through divorce. Right? That's a facts. Am I wrong about that or not? She's filed. Jada and Will. Jada's like, oh, y'all can stay in here. I'm getting rich. I'm getting red table talk. I'm not looking for this. Me and you to the end, right? That's the difference between the two relationships. I don't know any background why the divorce was happening, but there's a clear distinction between somebody not wanting to continue and someone definitely still trying to be in it, even though I think she cheated with August.
So you're saying the difference is that someone cheated?
No, I'm saying that Will Smith and Jada have said that they will not get a divorce, and Dre is going through a divorce. That's the difference.
Okay. What do you think about the entrance of their relationships? What would you say is the difference? right? Because I think the step that you honed in on is the exit. But as far as going into the relationships and like honestly, like I don't know much about Dre and his wife. I don't really know much about like who they were as people at the time and what they set up going into it.
I think that's another video. I think we should go definitely back. I want to talk about the Dre situation because he's also a bit close to a billionaire and things like that. So I don't want to step away from the Will and Jada situation to address, but we can do a compare and contrast. But we need to go into depth about the Dre situation because he's going to lose how much money?
Well,
we'll say if we
400 million.
Yeah, so Dre is richer than Will Smith. Dre has a history of baby mamas and all kinds of stuff. Oh, for sure, hands down. Dre, the Apple Beats deal made Dre richer than Will Smith.
You know the thing is, I haven't looked at any data, but the thing is like, you know, I grew up, you know, I'm born in '85. I've seen Will Smith's career. I don't know how he's not close to a bill. I don't know.
It's difference between career and equity, and this is a financial incident. You can be richer in a shorter period of time if somebody buys into you. Like, the reason Kim Kardashian and Kyle, and this is, we can talk about money and stuff later. This is, again, we're getting off subject. I really don't want to talk about this right now because I really want to address that in another subject, another video. But wealth does not come from longevity. Wealth comes from equity. But we'll talk about that later. Can we not talk about that right now? Can we not? I want to educate that later, but we're really on a different subject. Okay. All right.
He wants to make statements, but not have anyone argue against the statements.
I apologize. I feel like I should.
Yes, MTR. Dre is richer. I don't really care. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. I don't think that it dictates anything different within the situation.
Right, but I want to
at all.
I want to say that Dre
I think
richer.
At the end of the day, Dre should have gotten a prenup.
That's a different conversation.
It is, but why. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Dr. Dre,
I will tell you why he didn't get a prenup.
Dre being richer has nothing to me.
Can you put up Dre's wife? Can we please put up Dre's wife? Have you seen her? Have you looked at Dr. Dre? Have you seen her? Have you seen her? I just want to say, have you seen her? She bad, bro. She's super bad.
She's not badder than Jada.
She's worth the price.
That's the first
$400 million. She bad. He had some kids with her. She worth it. She worth it. Go ahead and get half of me. You were a good time. She was worth it.
Ew.
She
that bitch is trash. I'm about to put her up on the screen.
She got high cheekbones.
Hold on. Let's put her up on the screen real quick.
This is gonna make. This is where he.
That's what you like, bro?
I'm just saying. I understand.
Hold up.
Listen. She was doing things. Why do you think she got wiped?
Wow.
Why do you think she got wiped? But we not talking about this video.
Who?
You told me I had to get another video.
Because you say things and it doesn't make any sense, and then we bring up the data because I know understand you think data is data, but then I bring up the actual pictures and I say to myself, ugh. Maybe
she remind me of what's that one?
Maybe 47 years ago she was extremely
Ryan.
We got to not talk at the same time.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
think maybe 47 years ago she was perhaps extremely bad. Maybe.
Listen.
But you know what?
She looks better
not
than
at
him.
the same time. Please, my G. Please.
He could not get her without his.
We can't keep on doing it at the same time. They can't hear us.
All right, go ahead.
Again, Dre made the billion, not her.
But she fine as hell. Shout out to my queen, Dr. Dre's wife. She going by with half. I know you didn't really like him. I know you didn't really feel him. But she came up on it. He was using his money to get you in to have kids. I know.
I'm okay on this. That looks like surgery after surgery. The cheekbone replacements, those look like lip replacements. Her hand is a different color from her face. Look at that. Look at that hand. It looked like her hand died. Look at that. It looks like a mannequin's hand, bro.
Bro, we get off subject. We talk about August and Will. Can we please?
Because anytime we get on a subject that puts your way of thinking in a questionable, and you try to deflect and smoke screen.
I don't smoke screen deflect.
I
am who I am. You just don't like what I say.
No. You're a
challenges your way of
smoke
thinking.
Screener.
He cannot MTR, and I love him. He's my brother. Listen, I come on here and give him counter advice, and he just thinks that I'm trolling.
Your communication style it's hard to follow. It's hard to follow.
Somebody following me. Some people are agreeing with me.
No, they think that you're trolling.
No, they literally called here and they said they agree with me.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of people. You know what? A lot of y'all disappoint me tonight. Like, I'm keeping funky. A lot of y'all has extremely disappointed me tonight. A lot of y'all. A lot of y'all. I want you guys to come in here with the fire. But it's hard to debate against, where
A changing pylon. You hate
it's
this.
it's
This
damn near
is one
impossible.
complaint.
It's damn near impossible.
We'll go back after this and still be bros.
We still bros now, but it's hard to
They said
combat
that you
against
can't
that.
save me.
Last one to the stage. Hey, Tawanda, how are you?
I'm doing good. How y'all guys doing?
Good. Happy Saturday.
Good.
What's
We
poppin'?
chilling. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to say that Sam, you the man. He said something that was so alpha that I need to repeat it.
What do you say?
And then it's done. He said that the data does not, it has nothing to do with him. He's so alpha that regardless of what the data say, he gonna be his own person. He gonna make his own data. So for everybody that want to say 50% and then divorce, he's saying, okay, well, I'm that top 1%.
Wait, 50%
I'm
what?
beyond data.
You know, a lot
50%
of people are quoting data saying that 50% of marriages end in divorce, 80% of it is, done by women or whatever. But
So you're
he's saying
saying bump
that
all of
data
that. Wait,
is
Tawanda.
data.
So you're
Yeah.
saying bump all of that. You're saying ignore what happens to grown men as we've seen in the child court systems. Ignore what happens to grown men as what we've seen happens in the divorce system. Ignore all child support. Ignore all of that. Ignore all
Absolutely
of
not.
those things and not implement any of those as, these are things that you should be worrisome of because of the information. You're saying bump all that because it's alpha to ignore what other people have gone through.
Absolutely not. And I don't think that that's what he said either. He just said that while you're saying about the 50% that fell, he's saying that he a winner. That's it. That's how I took it.
You're a winner.
So,
She's saying that I can see that I believe in myself, and that's an alpha
exactly.
trait. That despite the odds, despite the data, I believe in marriage for sustainability and its foundational principles. And I understand, being somebody who's served in war, what chaos brings. You can't ever win out of chaos. And that if you have someone you can trust and love and you choose the right one, you don't got to worry about an August Alsina because you're a winner.
This is the weirdest conversation that I think I've ever had on this channel. I think it's the weirdest conversation because it's like it's and a lot of the folks that have called in and have and we've had the opportunity to kind of talk through the decisions that have gone into the Will and the Jada situation, and then like I have a guest on here who says data is beta as if and it's such a high level statement that's so damaging.
I'm a black man.
because
The data
there's
gets me
so
is
much-
trash.
Dog, you gotta stop doing that, please.
All right.
Just real quick, just real quick, please. The thing is that there's so much of us that look like us that I think go in day in and day out and do not use information that's readily available to them to make correct decisions. They're not basing their decisions in logic, they're basing their decisions in emotion. And we've seen these irrational, emotion-led decisions that have been made from men, from black men, that have not done anything to move the culture forward. And I have to bring you guys back down to the basics. It sounds all well and good in the way that you guys talk about it, in the way that, marriage, hate beta, but like, I cannot continue to move forward with an idea that data cannot be used to solve problems. People who are making decisions in politics, policy, in financial markets, they're doing that with information. They're doing that with data. So for you guys to just come at the end of this conversation with a Data is not important. Is incredible. It's incredibly damaging to me. It's incredibly damaging. Like, and I know, like,
Can I say
and
something else?
so there's a component of fun and entertainment that we're having within this conversation, but at the same time, I cannot allow this message of not being relegated to information as a way to help you make decisions to continue to proliferate within the conversation in the way that it has. But I appreciate the way that you say that, although I think that you may have biases because you're pro-marriage, and Tawana, if I remember correctly, you are married.
I am married.
And I know that you are, and I respect your thoughts and opinion. However, I do have another opinion, and I've gone a long time in this conversation letting Sam do his thing. And although every time that I say a good point, he cuts me off in order to silence me, I'm not going to allow that going forward because it has to be said in the way that I'm saying it, very clear, indirect, and logical. Sam has gone on here from 2 hours ago till now, and he talks in a very circular motion. And I think it's damaging that a lot of y'all have not picked up on his conversation methods, which he knows is ridiculous at times. He knows this. He knows this.
Can I just say one
But y'all
last
get on
thing?
here and you want to debate. You say a statement, you make it right and true, and then you move on. I'm talking to my fellas out there, not Tawanda. Anyway, go ahead, Tawanda.
Okay, so this is the last thing that I want to say. We're looking and thinking and talking about Weird Will and Jada.
Mm-hmm.
But why we're not talking about Denzel Washington and his wife? We're not
Because-
talking about Samuel L. Jackson and his wife.
The reason why is because the Will and Jada stuff just came out this week.
Yeah, I understand that point. I'm just saying that we're looking at them like they're goals, but they're messed up. They're weird, period. In every sense, it's dysfunction.
Okay. No, and listen, the thing is like, I'm gonna make a YouTube video based off of what's going off in the media and the news. That's the reason why we're talking about Will and Jada. It's gonna get more clicks at the end of the day, but we have to have. Listen, if something happened with that brought up
Samuel, Denzel, whatever.
yeah, all of them. Let's have a conversation about it. But the thing is like, I think that as a channel, you are incentivized to talk about something that is popping in the media because then it's going to get
Right.
more clicks and we can have a conversation about it. Perhaps we should do an entire other live stream about those that are not popping. But honestly, they're not popping probably for very good reason. Probably because they've come across different components of their relationships.
Because they're married, they have a real relationship. That's why they're not popping.
So then maybe we should make an entire thing on that. But like even Blue Pill Sam was like, yo, you see the Jada shit that happened this week? Let's have a conversation about it.
Because I wanted to point out
Yeah.
that Will is not the glorified person you think he is. Look at the fruits of his labor,
Yeah.
and his relationship and his kids, and it will tell you who a person is. And I think that was the message in all the videos I've seen, all the YouTube videos, all the reviews. And I'm glad you provided the platform for us to talk about it.
Yeah.
We didn't really. Will Smith is given a pass. He's given a pass because of the societal image that's pressed upon us.
Maybe, yeah.
And
that's
I
a good
think,
point.
and that's why I was like, I feel August's pain, but it really led to the fact that Jada's emotional needs were not met. He allowed someone to come up in here because he automatically has this open relationship, Scientology. That's a bunch of bullshit. Get married, love somebody really, and have an emotional connection, so you don't have to deal with this bullshit that they're talking about. He's not somebody to idolize. This is not something that we need to actually salute. Marriage is a structural core to actually building something. They have chaos. I don't care how much money he makes. His whole
I
life
agree.
is trash. His kids is trash. His whole life is trash.
Listen, the argument that his kids are a little weird and that might be because Jarrell was not there as much, I can't argue against that. His kids,
Weird as
we're
fuck.
introduced to Holly weird very early.
I'm killing this, bro.
But
Get over that shit,
we don't even know Samuel L. Jackson's kids. We don't even know.
Yeah, we do. He's about to come out with a movie. He's an actor. Samuel Jackson.
I don't know. I don't know who that is. What I'm saying is,
Denzel. Sorry, Denzel. I'm sorry, not Samuel Jackson.
I don't know
Denzel.
who Denzel's kids are.
His son is an actor.
But I'm saying that probably is a good thing that I don't know who they are.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Because what we're seeing right now in the August Alsina issue is someone who didn't take marriage seriously in an emotional concept. He saw marriage as a trophy, as an add-on to his legacy, and that's where a lot of people are failing. He saw it as a data point. He saw it as an all right, she's this, I'm trying to be Tupac. That's what I'm moving forward. Instead of actually connecting emotionally, and then he got cheated on. Now he had to clean up his bullshit and his bullshit ass marriage, and his bullshit ass kids, all that.
Listen, but so at the end of the day, I think that is some things that we continue to agree on, even though we have different bases for our mindsets. But I refuse to have the idea of data is beta. I think it's catchy as hell, and we put that on the shirt with like a red circle and a line going through that bitch, and I think that that's cool. But I think that does way more damage, especially to our community, than good. I think that does way more data damage.
Emotions. Don't let this colonized information change you into a person that relies off of numbers. It is a way to
change the numbers.
Change the numbers. Change it. Don't let them set the parameters. Because they can't quantify the emotional, the spiritual, and the connection. Because when you do it off of data, you end up with Will Smith and your girl getting cheated on.
Let's listen. What you just said was a very emotional statement that had no basis in truth. And here's the thing: is that I hear that and I'm just like, oh my god, are you guys picking up on that? Are you guys picking up on that? You can't allow the smoke screens to move you off of the truth.
Blue pill, MTR. Y'all know what it is.
There it is.
All day, baby.
There it is.
I hate you though.
Thank you, Tawana.
Tawana, we appreciate you, Mama. Anything else to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, give us up. Anything else to say? You guys anything to say to the people?
The only thing I want to say is Sam's name is changed. His name is Alpha Sam.
Oh,
salute. Thank you.
He's Blue Pill Rage Sam now.
God.
Blue Pill Rage Sam.
I've been angry all this whole time.
Bro, listen. You have like one of those mind, like what's that movie called? An Incredible Mind. Well, like what are those mind?
You talking about where the guy with the guy from Gladiator, Russell Crowe played in. Yeah. What was the movie?
And you just grab shit out of nowhere and that's just a point.
It's very hard for you to track me because you're so set in your ways. But see, Tawanda understands.
It's hard to track because I work in logic.
Okay. I'm not.
Shout out to Rocky. 50% chance your parachute won't open. 80% chance if your parachute does open.
My number guys out there hate this
data
shit. They hate
fails all risk
but
assessments.
Understands there's something beyond numbers.
Listen,
yes. Make the
and
numbers.
Tawanda,
the alpha
listen,
make the numbers.
Tawanda,
That's right.
Tawanda, and I want you to hear this when I say this.
Okay.
I mean, here's what it is, and Sam has postulated a lot of shit here tonight, which is incredible.
Nice job.
A Spotless Mind. That's the name of the movie. Thank you so much,
Spotless
Joshua
Mind.
Barnes. I appreciate that.
Who watches that?
The dude in that, he had a little bit of autism, but he was grabbing shit. Are you about to go get your roof, Chris? Did you pay $250? Did you pay $250 for the roof, Chris?
Listen, there is nothing wrong with Ruth Chris. There is nothing wrong with
receipts.
Oh God.
He just bought it for himself though.
Listen, I'm gonna have a lady call in for y'all. I know like y'all think I don't get no skins or whatever. I'm gonna have a lady call in and she will tell you that the first date I went on was almost a $250 date. Right? And I'm gonna let y'all I'm coming with receipts. That's the next episode.
I am disgusted. A Spotless Mind. The dude had a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? He was cooked in the oven a little bit too long. You know what I'm saying? And he came out with an unfortunately intelligent yet awkward mind.
Are you saying that's me?
His level of creativity was off the charts, and I feel like every time that Sam comes up and has an argument, I'm just like, how did you get there, my G? I am impressed. But at the end of the day, it's my G though. It's my G. So we got to talk about it. All right. Tawanda, I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Anything to say before we get out of here?
No, I'm good.
All right, I appreciate you. All right, Mama.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Last to the stage, Kamaru Red. What's good?
Hello, what's up?
How are you, my G?
Yeah, your friend Blue Pill Sam.
Yeah.
Like when I first joined the stream, I immediately was like, I don't like this cat.
All right,
but
But
when he mentioned how Will Smith's family turns out, because like I'm 25, so I grew up with some what's the word? Fresh Prince. So I was like, yeah, Will Smith is the man.
you was watching the reruns.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I'm not okay, yeah.
I was
Yeah,
watching
definitely.
it when it was syndicated in real time.
I'm not denying that. But
fucking
whatever.
with you, my G.
Yeah, sure. But like, and so I was like, oh, he's the man. Like Men in Black, Bad Boys, like all the Independence Day, all that shit, right? Yeah. But when he mentioned like, oh, like look at how his family turns out, especially Jaden, I'm like, yeah, he's kind of got a point. It's like he wanted the marriage and he wanted the family, but he didn't want to put the work in to actually, because it's like my dad. I'm living because like I'm kind of jealous right now because I'm living with my dad right now. My dad would never let me all type of do the type like get all kind of weird and crazy like Jaden did. My dad never ever. And the thing is, like my mom and my dad are not married anymore. But even then, he would never let me do that type of shit. So I feel where he's coming from, and the fact that he said like he wanted the marriage, but he didn't want to put the work into the marriage to make it solid. But also, like, you're coming up, but you, Bill Flipper Sam, you're coming up with a bunch of stuff that is like the fact that I said data is beta, like, it's real catchy, and like, I think it's funny, but it's like, when you have the data, but you don't want to apply it to yourself, you're basically saying, oh, however the odds go, I'm different. And normally when people say I'm different, that's when they end up being part of the data.
Listen,
Fantastic point.
Salute to the fact that you come with a good question. So, why do you think beta is a negative term? Data is beta. Data is the first thing you start with. Alphas rise above the beta information.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying.
So, when I say data is beta, what does that make you? How does that make you feel?
Honestly, I
You
don't
didn't answer his question at all. See, but
I'm
this
talking
is the smoke screen.
It's not the smoke screen. I'm talking about data is beta.
All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. What was you saying?
I was saying you're hung up on the data is beta. When I look at, you know what I'm saying, the scientific method, right? You come up with a hypothesis, then you do experiments, then you get results, right? You can take the data and you try to verify whether that hypothesis is true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the goal is to get to an understanding. It's a part of the equation. Beta is part of the equation, but to be alpha is to look beyond data, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
To be alpha is to say, despite that I'm a black man in society, and this is the statistics, I can rise above it. Just to be alpha is, despite what they say about marriage, I can make my marriage work. Not saying I'm discounting data. That's not what I said. I said data is beta.
All right, I get you, but it's like, yeah, if you want to rise, but the thing is, you still, even if you want to rise above the data,
right, above me, alpha, right?
Huh?
That's what alpha is.
Yeah,
right?
if you want to rise, yeah, definitely alpha is to rise above. And honestly, like the whole term of like data is beta, like when I first heard it, I was like, just like everybody else in the stream, I was laughing my shit off, bro. But like really, it doesn't really get to me too much because it's like I'm not about the all, like MCR says, I'm not about the all police. I like nuance in everything in my life, basically. But it's like, if you just because you're trying to rise above the data doesn't mean you have to be completely oblivious to it. Yeah.
So that's an assumption. You think I'm oblivious to the beta?
That's how it kind. That's how it kind
of. You're oblivious to the data.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's how it sounded.
No,
that's how you put it.
Do it because of your red pill nonsense brainwashing.
Bro. I'm honestly. Let me just give you a breakdown of my personality.
Yeah, tell me what you are.
Yeah, I'm I take in red pill information, but I'm not. I wouldn't call myself red pill.
What do you call yourself?
Because honestly, what's it called? I'm just put it straight out right now. I'm a Muslim, so I still believe in marriage, and we believe that marriage is half of our religion. So I still want to get married, but I want to go into my the way you properly how do you call a woman if you as a Muslim the proper way, if you want to avoid all the bullshit basically, is you would see a sister on the road, and you'd go up to her and you'd be like, yo, I'm interested in you, I'd like to talk to your family, because her brother or her father is her guardian basically. So you can't do all any type of bullshit outside and like take her to bed and no nonsense. And I'm not trying to do any of that either. I'm actually want to get married. But
so I got a question for you, my G.
Yeah.
Do you believe in respecting a woman? Do you believe in opening the doors? Do you believe in the traditional way of courting a woman and giving her that queen status? Because
okay,
go ahead. Sorry.
Not okay. It's gonna sound like weird because where I'm going from. Not completely. I definitely honestly, I open doors for anybody because it's just polite. I definitely, if you're in a relationship with a woman, I believe in respecting her and treating her properly. But also, like, you don't. Just like the way I would put it is like, I put God first. Yes. I put my mom second, myself third, and my woman fourth. But just because she's fourth doesn't mean I treat her any type of way, any type of bullshit way. It's like you still like if you actually wanna have a legacy, a family, children that make like you actually want to be happy. You want to die with people around you that you're proud of to say this is my family. You can't be treating your woman any type of bullshit way, but like you can't also like just what's the word I'm looking for?
Pedestalize.
Pedestalize. You can't pedestalize her because then she's gonna.
Here, bro.
But then she's gonna walk all over you. Because like I'm not gonna say all women, but it's like
you said you're Muslim,
right? Shit testing.
You said you're Muslim?
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
In your belief system, you believe in marriage, right?
Yes.
You believe in the man's role in
definitely. In fact, it's like it's basically a sin if you're a man and you can't provide in a marriage, basically. Because it's like, what type of man are you if you can't provide for your family?
Correct.
But the thing is, right, and it's funny because it's like all of this shit will sound like we're mad blue pill and shit, but it's like when you get married, your wife can stipulate a certain amount of money she can get from you as a wedding gift. But the thing is, right, when you separate, you have to, like, whatever money she brought to the marriage, she takes with her. Whatever money you brought, not the one you gave her, but whatever you brought, you go your own separate way. But you have to leave her with that gift of money, and you separate, you amicable, and like,
the dowry.
Yeah, basically.
But you as an Islamic believer, in your role in the relationship, what I want to ask you is, do you believe that your job is to take care of a woman and provide?
Like,
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
We go
kind of late.
I know. Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's it called?
Bro, Hold up.
Okay, hold on.
Let's take a quick pause. Let's take
All
a
right.
quick breather. Because I got to establish clarity because I don't know what's really going on. I'm getting a feeling that the folks in the chat don't really know what's going on. Do you have a specific question, Kamaru, that we can focus in on?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Where
Specific
it is
question.
that you're trying to go? Are you asking Blue Pill Sam something? You asking me something?
Blue
that
Pill.
particular question?
like in okay, I'll just I have a bunch of questions, but I'll just formalize one.
Let's just
Like,
do one, bro.
all right, yeah. So in the situation where August is in the family, getting close to the family, if you actually care about the way your family is going and you want it to be solid, why would you let some young dude come all up inside your family, get real close to your wife, if you actually care about what your legacy basically? And like we also like we have something called, it's an Arabic term called ghira. It's called protective jealousy. And it's like you have protective jealousy of your family, of your wife, of like the stuff that you cherish.
Bro,
If you cared, you wouldn't just let her come into your family
I think you
like
asked
that.
the question, bro. Hold on.
Okay,
I
sorry.
think you asked the question. The question simply is, why would you let someone else come into your marriage? Simple.
Yeah.
Okay, great question.
That
Here's
was
my
yours
answer
too.
to that.
Him or me?
Here's my answer to that.
Anybody can answer.
Is that, again, all of this is alleged. We do not know what is actually the truth. At the end of the day, we don't know. We do not know.
Until red table.
So because we don't know, all we can do is just postulate. All we can do is just hypothesize. Okay? That's all that we can do currently right now.
Okay.
However,
let me
let's
just
go
add
down the
one-
pathway that Will has allowed this. Let's go down
Okay.
that pathway. Okay. Why would someone who goes into a marriage very happily, at the end of that marriage, or at this point, let's not say end of the marriage, let's say 25 years later, why would he allow that to happen? The reason why you would want that to happen, or you would allow that to happen, is you don't care. You don't care. You don't care. But you expect privacy within that relationship. Why? Because of how it could be viewed publicly.
Image.
So within that idea of how it can be viewed publicly, you want to keep it on the low. I think what happened is you see picture after picture. You see August created a song. You see, August has mental health issues. You see these different things happening, and you say to yourself, oh, this is probably a little bit more risky. So as a family, we have to disembark from the situation. Here's my thing, and here's my contention. If you ever think that you're setting yourself up in a lifestyle that gets here, my thing is that you did not put yourself on a path that was conductive to happiness within your lifestyle. Why? Because you're married to someone who's having sex with someone else. Now, again, I'm going down that pathway through the alleged BS, okay? Through the alleged things that August put out on the table.
Mm-hmm.
There is something about what that is not conducive for happiness, because the person who you got married to that you talk all this shit about back in the day, Jada this, Will and Jada that, da-da-da-da-da-da. 30 years later, if this is your reality, you did not choose decisions in life correctly. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Whew. Okay.
I gotta enhance clarity here.
Yeah.
Been a lot of this throughout the entire call.
Yeah,
Any other questions before we can get out of here, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to.
I feel like I failed. I feel like I failed this entire stream because I have not. At a certain point, it's like there's only but so much that I can say in order to like put shit back on a track that kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta make sure that we come in here clear, concise, in a way that we can attack a lot of these questions, where we can move forward and do something with the information that is presented to us. Clarity is key. Focusing on the right problem is key.
Okay.
Now,
so,
Sam did bring up some shit that I had not thought about earlier. Thinking through how Will might be not as good as a person as what he maybe says that he is, or the charisma that we see publicly, even though we don't have data that goes up to that besides the data of Jada wanting her insides dug out by some other, young man. We don't have any other information, but we're here right now. We're here right now, and we know this particular information. So, I mean, it is what it is. Anything else before we get out of here, bro?
Nah, I'm pretty good.
Hey, thank you so much for your call. I appreciate it. All right.
Salute.
Oh, wrong button. All right, we've reached the end of our time here today. We're 3 hours in. That was about the amount of time that I felt like it made sense. Listen, I think we have situations to get to this evening.
We definitely do.
That I think would make a lot of sense. Blue Pill Sam.
Always a pleasure, my G. MTR.
I appreciate it wholeheartedly.
Platforms, everything's under review.
Everything is under review.
He allows me to be on here and give me my point of view, and that's truly why he's winning.
Listen, I appreciate you coming through here, and people think that you're trolling. You are not trolling. This is a component of how you
My
live.
beliefs.
It's your belief system. But we gotta hit these things from all these different perspectives. And so I appreciate your time. I appreciate your honesty.
I think you're gonna have some structure for me later when we come on this again.
I mean, it's all a learning for each and every one of us. I think going into the next one, it's much more structure, and then also a lot more time in allowing folks to introduce their point, talk through it, and then respond to it. I think outside of that, all you get is a lot of shit. So, but I appreciate the conversation from all the callers. I appreciate our conversation. I think that it's very important that we could talk about a lot of these different components in the way that we do.
We're both born in
Data
June.
is beta.
Data is beta. Alpha, rise up. Overcome some of these limitations that you put on yourself. It's a mentality that limits you. Go ahead and blue pill it. And honestly, maybe the question is whether blue pill is actually red pill and red pill is actually blue pill.
What the fuck? No, that is not the question. That is, you will not smoke screen me. Holy shit, he doesn't have all the exit. Look, he's just walking away. He's gonna go get his $250 roof crisp. You know? Wow. Don't let her understand the smoke screen, my G's. Look at him. He's over there. He's shining in a blue light. I saw that. You saw what he just did? Don't let him do that. If blue pill is red pill or red pill is blue pill, don't let him do it to you, okay? You know the facts. You know the data. Do like this. What this is a class, okay? Class is in session, okay? We got to bring different perspectives up here so you know how to move forward within that. Y'all just saw what he just did. Look at him. He's over there smiling. He knows what he just did.
I left you with the gym.
Oh, God, that shit was no gym. That
Hey,
shit.
shout out to people that came through and showed love to my understanding, who was open-minded.
That made no sense.
And I'm glad we're moving in the direction of understanding.
That shit was being fake woke. I think the blue is the red and the red is the blue. What? Last super chat that came down in there. Shout out to her, Heb, Sparkling Water. HEB, Sparkling Water. I think this is what that is. Shout out, my G. Next time you both should smoke London pound cake before your next show. Aha, you all will be blitzed and even more funny good show, gents. Listen, man, we go back and forth like kid and play at the end of the day. So I appreciate that. Hopefully you guys were entertained here tonight. Hopefully you guys learned something here tonight. Hopefully you guys can walk away from the conversation confident in the idea of being able to share the video with other folks that you feel like might be entertained by the conversation or might be educated from the conversation, okay? At the end of the day, this is what we do. This is why we're here. I appreciate Blue Pill Sam again for coming through. I appreciate all the callers for coming through. I got a Patreon as well. If you guys are interested in seeing the extra content or being involved in the inner circle, the community, and how we communicate, get on the Patreon. Get on the Patreon. You understand me? If you guys are interested into the more financial aspects of the channel, get on the Weeble. Okay, get on the Weeble. Fee-free stock trading app. Link down in the description box. You understand me? We talk about a whole bunch of things on this channel, and I appreciate y'all for coming through. For folks that are new to the channel, what's good? Did y'all have fun? Hopefully that y'all did. Until next time, you two.